You're listening to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal.
Something's not right, man. Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe it.
Honestly, this crazy shit could be completely possible.
You think you know the whole story? Think again.
Gentlemen, now we're live.
It's been a long time.
What is that popping?
Long time since what?
Since we did I did a podcast.
It's been like 6 weeks or so.
Yeah.
What's a podcast?
Forgot how to put the headphones on.
God damn, I'm looking like a giant fucking fat blob.
Who's first today?
I am.
Donna looks like it to me.
Victor Sanchez was first on Twitch.
I'm on Twitch.
But Donna's cooking something right now.
Oh, wait, that was from...
What's for dinner?
Wait a minute. That was from YouTube.
Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna.
No, it's the other
Drunky
one.
Cy Morales.
Who's holding Donna now? You know that song?
No.
Oh, by DeBarge?
No.
Good song.
Damn it, I left my soda somewhere.
Team
Oh, I
Armband.
gotta go get it.
That's Armand. Thought they were making fun of me.
Luar's
Because
ready
I
to
got
join
tendon-
in
I
on
got
the
fucking
docking.
tendonitis.
Oh,
Bad.
Yeah, that helps.
That shit hurts. Armand.
Sure does.
You know how to tell if you got tendonitis? Like the doctor, the test that he fucking gives you to tell that? This is my general practitioner, so before he sent me to the orthopedic or whatever, which I haven't went to yet, but he does this thing. He's like, oh, yeah, let me see your hand. I'm like, all right. He's like, hold it out like this, and hold it fucking straight down like that. And he he's like,
I pull, yeah.
okay, straighten it out now.
Right.
Straighten your arm out, Armand.
That's about as
Can
straight
you
as it
put your arm
gets.
straight? Oh,
Nope.
no? Why not?
Oh, it's contracted bicep.
No, I mean, no. Loosen up. You got to be loose, Armand. You have to have a straight arm like this. It has to be straight.
Hey, what are you, gay? What is this?
No.
What are
Put
you,
your wrist
gay?
out like
Oh, look at
this.
his limp
I'm
wrist
showing you-
over
I'm
here.
showing you how to do this.
Oh, that'll
Now you try to push my hand away.
Okay.
Do it with your hand like that.
This is weird.
Okay.
Now when you do that with a fucking tendonitis,
If it hurt, it'll hurt.
It'll murder you. It does
Yeah.
more than hurt though. Like I screamed in the doctor's office. Like it was.
Same thing we do with the foot. Dorsiflex your foot.
It's fucking.
Does
There's
that
got to
hurt?
be a better
Tendonitis.
way. There's got to be a
Hey,
better way to test
calm
it.
down.
Is there not a better way to test it than that? Do you got to hurt the person that you're
Of
testing?
course.
You got your phone
We're
handy?
doctors. That's what we do.
I think I turned them off. They're right here. Why?
Load up YouTube. Looks like the shit's cut off to me.
You talking about YouTube
Yeah.
on mobile?
Okay, no, that looks fine. That looks fine. It's just me. Never mind. Luar, we didn't really have a camera upgrade. We've had that same camera. We're just finally able to. I finally put a better machine in that could handle it. So I cranked it up to 60.
God damn, it does look good though. On the,
Does it?
yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, I like
Nice.
that picture of me.
Do you?
Put that on a dating site.
You know what movie that's from? The Lost Boys.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you don't remember when me and you and Everett acted in that?
I like my hair.
We were the
too.
Frog
Vampire.
Brothers, and you were Sam, the out-of-towner
Yeah, the
comic book
whose
guy.
brother
So who
was
played these parts?
doing the.
So you
this
got
was-
Corey Haim, that's you.
Oh, me?
Corey Feldman, and I'm
Corey
pretty sure the
Feldman,
other guy
yeah.
was Jason Newlander. Let me make
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, that's me.
So we were all abused, right?
Probably.
No,
What do you
Jameson.
mean probably?
Jameson
Of course we
Newlander.
were. Did you see that video? We got to
No.
do a show on that.
Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
On
I
the
believe
Corys?
him, don't you?
Does it surprise me at all?
No.
Or
No.
are you talking about the
No, I
Charlie Sheen
believe
thing
him.
in general?
Oh no, yeah.
Well, in Hollywood.
He's about how
He's
Charlie Sheen raped the dude.
On the set of Lucas, he
Lucas,
supposedly.
yeah.
I like that movie too. But
It was a good flick.
See, what happened? I don't
know.
know this conspiracy. Go ahead.
We're not perpetuating anything.
We need a
Oh,
card
please.
too. We're gonna need one of those cards.
Disseminate.
Will you go grab the one that's in my card reader?
Where's your card reader?
It's kind of hanging out on the front of my computer. Just pull the little micro SD.
I think
out.
we went through this before, but I'll check it out.
Okay. Well, right hand side of my desk, there's my computer. Out of the top of there's a USB wire with a. Anyway, now that he's gone,
Yes. Give me the full story.
what are we talking about?
Well, I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, Lucas or whatever the hell it was.
Oh yeah, Charlie Sheen fucking apparently raped him on the set. Like
Some young kid.
Corey Haim, you.
Oh, Corey. Oh, really?
You.
No kid. Me?
Well, you're Corey Haim here.
Oh, that's right. He- he-
bring that shit on, Charlie Sheen.
He killed himself, right? Didn't he kill himself?
No, I think he died of like the flu. He was supposedly drug free when he died.
Sure.
I believe so.
COVID.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was suicide. No. Anybody know how Corey Haim died?
Were the Clintons involved?
Oh, well, they're always involved. Number one cause of
It
death in
wasn't-
America?
Clintons.
Knowledge of the Clintons.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
So, this is my Surreal Talk debut of
Uh-oh.
these bad boys right here.
You four-eyed pussy.
Yeah, but you know
I've
what?
always thought that about him.
I can see.
Since when have you worn glasses?
Oh, this
How did
guy's
your doctor
fucking-
test you for the glasses?
This guy's fucking funny.
Oh, fuck you.
What do you say? What do you say?
I'm meeting his ass.
That is good shit.
What do you say? I
Oh,
can't
I'm on the
read it.
wrong account to fucking block him.
If Eric and Everett
Lucky.
stand next to each other, they look like the number 10.
Oh, wow. That's cold, man. That's frigid.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I
Hey,
just-
man, how long ago was it when you were on that diet? You were thin.
Yeah, it's
I
like
was
2
getting worried
years
about
ago,
you.
2 years ago.
I thought you had AIDS.
No, I got rid of that AIDS thing a long time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. You look very robust now.
Thanks, I guess.
That's not my diagnosis.
Fuck, I gotta lose some weight. You got if I look
Tuberculosis is out.
robust and some random bastard named MD saying I look like a 0.
Failure to thrive. I don't think
Wow.
that's one of the diagnoses.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Really reinforce him.
No malabsorption syndromes.
he called me the one, so that must be like I'm a fucking
Yeah, no
toothpick
kidding.
or something.
With a limp wrist yet.
Say it to me in real life, fucker. Never mind.
Not that there's anything
Lamar
wrong with that.
Latrell.
Because Armand will kick your ass.
That's you, Lamar Latrell.
Armand. You know, the doctor?
So are we gonna do a? Yeah, we got to do a show on.
Hi, Mitch
Or have
7B
we?
from Nashville. Team Armand, huh? Well,
Hey,
nobody's
right on, brother.
perfect. Nobody's perfect.
He is.
Eric, what's wrong with your mic?
It's 1 for 1.
Who's Mike?
Yours, it keeps going down. It's because you're not using your mic.
Nashville's a great town, by the
You
way.
gotta move this towards you. Bring your arm up. Bring your mic down.
I know a good podiatrist
There
in
you go.
Nashville. If you have any foot problems, go to Mel Williams. He's good. He's a good doctor in Nashville.
Talking about Mel?
Mel.
Yeah,
Mel's a good
I've
guy.
been
Come
No,
on,
no.
man.
Mel's a big guy.
You know what a hassa?
He played football for
Say I give
Maryland.
you $300,000.
He's a big dude.
Who says you was a cop, Mel?
That's right.
Don't be stupid, Tony.
I'm not going to shoot you, Frank.
I'm
Manny.
not Mel.
Shoot this piece of
Don't
shit.
fuck up, Tony.
So good. Anyway, you guys about ready?
What was that? That was great. I like that actor, by the way.
Which one?
The
The
guy
that
was
played-
Mel.
Al Pacino?
No, Mel.
He was
Mel.
he was in Ghostbusters. One of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies. You see him all the time.
I feel like he's a Murray, but I know he's not.
no, that's Murray Hamilton. You're thinking. I like him too.
That guy is a good actor, though. The
Yeah,
guy.
he's good. You see him. He pops up quite a bit.
Yeah, wasn't he the judge in Ghostbusters 2? For the Scoleri brothers at the beginning of the movie? Tried him for murder, gave him the chair. Remember?
I saw him in a movie, and
The
he was.
Scoleri brothers.
No.
Remember at the beginning, like they're on trial for finding the pink shit, and they got the little beakers of the pink shit in there. In
Yeah,
court.
so I didn't watch it.
you've seen Ghostbusters 2? Come on,
Yeah, 2, not 3.
we gotta start the show.
Not part 3.
Throw in 2
There's no
round
3
trip
yet.
tickets
It's
to
not out.
London.
I thought
They had,
that was
they
the
had the
girl.
female. They had the female one. Nobody saw that.
Oh,
All right, record. Ready?
what's that mean?
What is causing that?
You're listening to Surreal Talk.
You know what? Hold on. False start. Offense. I'm gonna reboot the mixer just in case.
I ain't no punk.
Yes. Reboot. Just a sec, guys.
Whatever.
Now we should be good. Check. Okay. Yeah. Looks good. Looks good. Here we go.
You're listening to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal.
Something's not right, man. Something's not right. Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe it.
Amran.
Amran, yeah.
Honestly, this crazy shit could be completely possible.
What do you think? Disclaimer, we reserve the right to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. You think you know the whole story? Think again.
Now your hosts, Eric and Everett.
Welcome to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and today, the paranormal.
Exclusively the paranormal.
A
Not
lineupmedia.fm production, and we are back.
Have you read every page of the notes? I don't
Yes,
think that's
absolutely.
Hey,
Seriously?
wait a minute. We got to get the email. I want to read it again of where the guy tried to have sex with the succubus.
Did you find it?
No, I couldn't find it. That's why I need your email
All right, I'll
filter
find it.
expertise.
Oh, we already did that one.
Yeah, but it was a classic
Yeah, but I kind of want to hear it again.
from last year. I do too.
And
Let's not
I'm going to
repeat
go ahead and
ourselves.
nominate you to read it.
Oh
Armand.
boy.
Let's not repeat ourselves. That's all we do anymore.
Yeah, what are you talking
You know how
about?
many times I've
Show's
smoked
one big
that Betty
fucking- You must
Grovenstein?
not get
Yeah,
what we're
don't
trying to
repeat
do
that
here.
one.
The Betty Grovenstein.
Now, that's
I
a
did about
conspiracy.
9 million times.
Yeah. Very
Peop-
popular.
People don't like that one. I'm kidding. They love that one.
Has that been a year already since we read that email?
Last
Man,
year, yeah.
Unbelievable.
What are we looking for? The succubus? Man,
Yeah.
there's
Well,
like
it's-
zero chance
maybe
this
it was
person-
Yeah,
Incubus
plenty
or
of
succubus.
material here.
There's less of a chance than I'm spelling succubus right, but
2 C's, 2 U's, 2 S's, and 1 B.
oh, I found it.
Ha.
Oh yeah, I found it.
I'm kind of forgetting.
I'll read it this year.
Yeah, go ahead. What exactly? Oh,
Let's
you
start
read it
out with it.
anyway. Yeah. I wasn't impressed with that guy's
I
hormonal.
think it's a woman.
I was impressed with it.
No.
It's a woman, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Hello. And
No, the one where the guy tried to fuck the
Yeah, I
ghost.
thought he was screwing a ghost.
you
yeah.
said succubus.
Yeah,
This
not.
one's pretty fucked up too, though.
Okay, go ahead and read that one.
Okay,
I remember
well,
that
all
one.
right.
Hello, I am a woman of 32 years, mother of 2 small children. My 45 years has a restaurant where he day and night is busy for work, little home.
Yes.
It's English is obviously not
Well, yeah,
the
what
first
is
Verbatim. It's verbatim.
Calm down. It's not their first language. You gonna shit on them? Do you want me to fix it so
Well,
it sounds right?
where's this from? I mean, what is the provenance?
She's a
of
Muslim
this?
woman,
A
so who
Muslim
knows?
woman. Okay, all right. No
I would
problem.
say I always just the internet at home. I come to you site many consider the dreams sex in dreams. Later I come to having sex with a succubus, which I have seen in the internet has many websites that talk about that.
They should.
I have also read that sex with a succubus for a wife would be harder and nice it. There, after I have read a lot at your website with coming about that.
That's not true.
And I feel very good about I feel very good as I would in real life. I have sex with others, namely Moetin, his secret without my husband. How can
Well,
I
secret's
sex
out
save him?
now.
Sex Eben with succubus. Is that real or what will I feel on my body? I am a Muslim woman. I pray every day for Allah. Should know my man and nobody about anything. What I saw on the internet, mourn Masonic, I do not know what that is, pray naked, which I really like when I go to pray naked in secret and sex. Kind regards.
So,
Hero.
so Armand, can you answer some of those questions?
I
for
don't
us?
know. I don't think so. I think
No
need some
comments
sort
at
of
all?
translator. What is the question? What's the question?
Do you know how to get a succubus for sex, man?
Yeah, and she wants to know if she's going to feel it on her body.
Oh, she's asking
So
us.
I replied.
She's asking us,
And I got
right.
another email back from her.
Yes, though. Yes, she's asking us.
Oh,
She said,
Okay.
I replied back asking some questions, right? And she says, yes, I am a Muslim woman. I read a lot on the internet about sex met succubus is nice, so I watch a lot sometimes of look at pictures. I like this when I sex really an obstacle to a succubus, but I'm Muslim. How can I employ her in sex with a succubus of what Satan do to me? My English is not my first language, so even if you have Utligan pictures or videos, too good. So they're basically, she wants porn from us? Succubus porn.
Is that what she said?
I think that's
be very
the conclusion.
little
I came to
difficult
last
to
time.
have any
deliver
of
on
that.
Armand, notice that?
Any of
You've
that?
been everywhere,
succubus porn?
man. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you got the plug on the succubus porn, Armand, or no?
Well, if I did,
Look at
I
this
wouldn't
guy.
disclose it to a
Prude.
stranger.
Yeah.
I don't know where you'd even begin. Any suggestions? I don't have any.
For succubus
Armand,
porn? Pornhub is where you begin.
He's so modest sometimes.
Dark web.
No,
Unless you
him.
get
but
the
just
good
like he
shit.
doesn't have succubus porn on his fucking.
I
website.
wouldn't be
Now wait a
surprised
minute.
if you
I would have
started it.
incubus porn, right? Let's get that straight. Isn't an incubus female?
Well, Armand, I don't think it
I think a
matters. to you.
succubus is a woman, right? Incubus is a man.
Incubus is the male, succubus is the
right.
woman. So
Yeah,
she
you
wants
got-
some
you got-
lesbian sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
incubus.
she wants the wrong spirit right
see,
there.
We had it all wrong.
Yeah.
I think. Well, you never know.
Maybe
Maybe she had it right. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Well,
Either way,
now that we're
she's going
past
to have
that.
sexy times with ghosts.
Keep listening. We'll
Did you find the 60 times the ghost one?
we'll research that.
No, her husband found the email.
I don't want to make any bad jokes here.
That's not good.
All right, I think this is it. I don't know. This is somebody asking about that one.
Yeah, no, what about the
No,
yeah,
go ahead.
the
Start.
guy where he tried to fuck it into submission, remember?
Yeah, I can't find it.
I know. I
Everybody's heard that one anyway. That's a
I want
classic.
to hear it again. I guess
One of our fans really likes that one.
apparently it was episode 155.
Is that what
So
okay, yeah, look it up.
I don't know. Either way, it was fun.
All right, you want to read the Gabriel Van Gilder?
Yeah, yeah. So we got a story from a listener.
This must be good. There's a lot of exclamation points.
no, this is the one. No, this is the one.
Oh, well, continue.
Hello, guys. I just listened to episode 155, which dropped today. After hearing about the guy who said he wanted to have sex with a ghost, I just had to write in to tell you what I experienced a couple of times. Now, I'm sure that you'll find this a little bit weird once I tell you about it. So there is.
Wait. Why isn't Armand reading this?
That's all right. I mean,
No,
I've already
really,
read it.
I
I
prefer
thought that
if
was
you
a
read it.
Reddit. Wasn't that a Reddit?
No,
No,
this was an email direct.
I prefer
Really?
if you read it.
I've already made my comments.
I'm not turning my laptop around. I'm way too
Yeah,
busy
yeah,
for that
yeah,
noise.
go ahead.
Since there isn't much to tell, since there wasn't anything that happened leading up to these two experiences, and they were the same. In both experiences, I had woken up feeling what I think was a penis in me.
In him. This is a dude, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I can't be sure.
In his nose.
Of course, since I couldn't see anything. Now, this is the part where you'll find weird. This is the part you'll find weird.
Oh, this is
Yeah, the
weird-
previous part was completely
I'm
normal.
a male, and there's no physical opening where I was being penetrated. For the couple of seconds that it was in me, I could feel a different set of genitals on me.
Where, though?
Yes, where?
I know you'll probably call me crazy, and I can just see you three
Was
shaking
it
your
here?
heads. That's
We're not shaking our heads. We're laughing.
could have been on
Like-
his chest. That's what happened.
What orifice?
Like what
Well,
region?
He was
Yeah.
disappointed that neither time lasted long. I don't know
too bad.
what it was that was doing,
Welcome to
but
a woman's life.
I find myself wishing that it would come back and I could have a longer experience. Oh, and I guess I'll tell you my name is Rick.
I read this.
Hey, Rick.
I can imagine what I said. All right.
What are you going to say now?
Did we email that guy back? Because I'm sure we did, right?
I don't know, man. I think we probably blocked him from sending us anything else.
Why?
I don't know. He's a gold
great.
mine, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Oh, man, that was beautiful.
it was pretty good. Hard to top that. Well, hit something else. You think you got a,
That's
got a
still
story
not the
from
one I
Gabe
was
here?
thinking of, though.
No, I was thinking that this guy
The guy
screwed
tried
a
to
ghost,
fuck
right?
and
it
it
was a
left.
ghost.
It never came back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
guess
one
I'm
you're
just
talking.
confused.
Although that's a good one too.
He tried to fuck the ghost. Remember? You don't remember that?
No, I guess not.
That
Maybe
was a
we-
Reddit, whatever that is. Because I
It
remember
was.
I asked
it was,
you guys,
it was
what the
from
hell's
Reddit.
Reddit?
It had to have been from Reddit.
What the hell's Reddit? Good question.
I don't know what the hell it is.
So this one's from Gabe. Good old Gabe. Gabrielle. You want a crazy story? You got one. It's called This House That Fucked My Life.
Oh boy.
Since you're all too pussified to add my last year's Halloween story,
Sorry.
I don't know what that was, but now I got to fucking look it up. Here's
Man
a
made his
telltale
point.
that might suit your weak bellies.
He's really taking some shots at us there.
Yes, he is.
Resent that.
I have no memory of ever moving to this house. I suffered for months of memory loss from certain time periods in my life. At least 3 to 6 months of my memory from living in this house is gone. I supposedly had a childhood friend that gave me my first big wheels, but I have no memory of it. I had some of my best memories in that house. I guess it all started where my parents wanted to buy a house, which ironically, by certain unfortunate events, not too far from me today. This guy's got a lot of commas. Dad entered the property looking for the real estate agent. He found a man waiting for him and showed him around the house. When Dad was done looking around, he was about to leave. The real estate agent showed up. Huh.
Wow.
So you think it would
An
be
imposter real estate agent.
you think it'd be enough to send my dad packing? That's not a sex joke. Not my family, though. My memories start somewhere around 1981. If I were to guess, it had to have been as if I was knocked out and hogtied and placed in this place, because the only memories I had before were living at my grandmother's house. I was a
Wild.
I was a Will crazy kid.
Wild.
Wild
I'd
crazy.
imagine.
No, I'm gonna go Will. I like it like that. I was a Will crazy kid, or maybe Lil. I used to ride my tricycle down 2 flights of stairs. Still don't know how I'm alive today.
I thought he had a big wheel.
Well, he says, well, Big Will's technically a tricycle.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Let me think about that.
It's nothing to think about. It's true. The first paranormal incident I witnessed. It was raining real bad. Being in this house during that rain felt like a movie. My dad was trying to shut a window. A cousin's boyfriend was there at the time. I remember this dude was built like a football player. Still would not shut. My dad sets his hand. Still would not shut. Yeah. My dad sets his hands down and the window falls on
The
his
football
hand.
player was trying to shut the window. It wouldn't shut, I assume. Right?
Yeah.
Even though he was built like a football player.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but the window falls on his dad's hand. Yeah, the next day, my dad mentioned to the neighbors that there was some storm, and they said that
That's kind of a classic horror movie thing, right?
Kind
you
of
know?
trope, yeah.
Yeah. Three Stooges happens a lot, too.
the neighbors that there was some storm, and they said, "What a storm! This place was sadistic." The next one I remember, this is going to sound weird, but this place had a shower in the basement. My mom showered in that place. I was like 5 years old. I was with her and seen a shadow. It was one of those creatures from Scooby-Doo with a big head and beard. Big head and hair. Yeah, that's what he said. I guess you'd take the mask off. Old man Withers, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Fuck, where was I here?
Damn you kids.
I was told that the window was real high up, but it was in the basement. Now, my dad claims that someone was knocking and a wolf was at the door. Guess he wanted to know if someone lives there. He said no, and the guy left. Dad remembers this guy being like a giant. I've never seen the guy, so I don't know. I could write a book on this house. Please don't. But you have that much. But you don't have that much airtime. My parents claim that there was an incident where the door slammed and he couldn't open the door, like it was being held by a supernatural force. He had almost all the bolts off the door and it fell. I guess all I said to them was I asked that a man flew out my window. My cousins wanted me to play up there, but I remember developing a phobia.
Well, no shit.
Understandable.
Like, do you ever try to put your like yourself in this, like as a kid, this guy's sitting there in the basement trying to
That's
like,
what you got to do. You got to look at it from that
have
point
to,
of view.
like,
yeah.
and some of the shit, like as much as you want to laugh at
Projection,
it, would
yeah.
be fucking terrifying as a kid.
You know what's interesting too is to think about like any experiences you had like that when you were a child of your own. To think about the frame of mind you must have been in to see what you thought you saw, and look back, no, you couldn't have saw it. That irrational fear still exists down inside your psyche.
Oh, God.
Thank
Very,
you.
very Freudian.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, doctor.
You're welcome.
My cousin was living with us at the time. My dad worked overnights. He heard old-fashioned music as he came in. He went to my cousin's room, and he was Scooby-Dooing in his covers.
What's that mean?
Fuck,
know.
I don't know.
When you Scooby Doo, you're fucking like running in place.
Oh.
Is that
That's got to be because think about it. Have you ever seen somebody under their covers that are
I thought
fucking
he was
moving
a
around?
He
Shake.
just
like,
did an Old Man Withers reference earlier, though.
Yeah, well, he's a Scooby Doo fan. Who doesn't? Everyone, right?
Mystery van.
Okay. My dad asked him what the hell's going on, and my cousin pointed to the attic. I believe I was present for this story. He opens it, and the music stops. Closed it, and it started playing. He yells at them to knock it the fuck off, and they did. I have memories of going up to the attic. I think I may have been possessed or had communication with the spirits there. See, we found out it used to be an old speakeasy. I had a neighborhood friend named Melissa. I hit her a few times. What?
Nice.
The house made him do it.
I think
I
the
don't
house
think he
made me
means
do it.
like
that would
physically
stand-
abused
Glad I
her.
don't hurt women.
really?
Hit her.
Oh.
No, I think he means hit
Yeah,
her.
no, he said, glad I don't hurt women anymore.
Yeah,
Oh.
see, there he is.
I was sleeping
The
on the
house
couch
made him
once,
do
and my
that.
family seen a kid run up and down the stairs. My mom
bad.
told my dad to tell me to stop doing that, but I was on the couch sleeping. I used to get really sick in that house. I remember one time having the flu so bad, I was machine gun vomiting. Projectile puke.
Machine gun vomiting.
Machine gun.
Mortar.
That's a really fucking descriptive way to.
I heard that term.
I don't think I've ever had that kind of vomiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I've experienced it, but
Oh.
I feel like I know it. Or maybe I've seen somebody
Tommy gun
machine gun
vomiting.
vomit before.
Go on. What was that? Was that you? Did you just
Machine
make that
gun
noise?
vomit.
I didn't.
Good Lord, Armand.
I think it was the
come
Christmas
on.
I spent in the hospital alone. The worst Christmas ever. A week later, I got there's two O's in that. He fucked me up. I got to unwrap Star Wars figures and see my cousin Star Destroyer. My cousin's Star Destroyer.
Is that a
So
euphemism?
happy ending. No, it's just missing S's. My brother watched it so it didn't move. My dad yelled at my brother, "You were supposed to watch it." And to my brother's surprise, this wallpaper broke the time barrier, switched sides while being observed. Don't tell me time travel is not possible. We're finally leaving, and before I left, I remember saying goodbye to ghosts. To this day, I don't know if I was saying goodbye to aliens or human spirits. It could be demons. Update, unsolved mystery style. LOL. Yeah, update. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty funny.
This
I was-
just in.
I was in AOL in the 90s taking a so-called Rev Reiki. Take this for what you will, but she was talking to a so-called Rev Reiki.
Armand, you got to show your feet, by the way.
Take this for what you will, but here she said there was a demon there stationed from the way back, and we're talking to Adam and Eve's from Eve's time or earlier. Surreal talk, air the address if you want. The house is up to you. I'm not doing it.
Where's this house supposedly? You guys an address?
Okay, 1010 22nd Street.
Yeah, where? What
Yeah, where does it
city?
say that at? Oh, yeah, right there.
I see that. but
1010 22nd Street. What city?
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't think he gave me a city.
Okay, so it's currently a rundown area. Then again, Niagara Falls has seen better days, so I guess it's around Buffalo. Huh?
Yeah, it has to be.
I go by there once in a while. Still gives me the creeps. P.S. I know you're all unbelieving twats. And
That's
it's
true.
Yes. That won't buy a single line of my story. I buy a single line of it.
I believe that you believe.
The address line. That's okay. You don't have to live with
Dude,
the
let's be honest
aftermath.
here. For anyone to believe these type of stories, it's hard to believe if you weren't there. It's totally like whenever
And it's
it
even
happens
harder
to
to
you.
believe if you've never had that sort of experience.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Maybe his house is haunted. Well, I don't know. What's his thesis here? That the house is haunted? All these
Yeah, all these
occurrences
different
happen
happenings,
because his
yeah.
house is possessed.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Some sort of entity. Entity?
Entity,
Anyway.
yes. Some
Carry
sort
on,
of
man.
ectoplasm.
You want to read the next one?
Paranormal is a
Joey?
black
It's the same
hole,
one,
a
isn't it?
gutter. Even worse, the paranormal could kill you
here.
or make you feel you were dead. That's
You're not-
you
you're
got to
not
end
bad.
his story.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Boy, that's. You think the paranormal can kill you? Have we had any stories of the paranormal killing somebody?
No, I don't think so.
If it can, 13 Ghosts is fucking scarier now than ever.
Exorcist.
Fuck that, 13 Ghosts. Did The Exorcist want to kill him? I mean, could it kill him? It wouldn't kill
Yeah,
a
it
little
killed-
girl. I'll kick your fucking head off.
The
You're-
haunting.
You're a
Killed
little girl.
both of the priests died in The Exorcist.
Not
The
for-
one died off screen, and the other
Yeah.
jumped out the window.
Fuck, I guess I don't remember that.
Yeah.
They both died?
Yeah, well, dude comes back in, and I guess she broke the neck of the fucking one priest, or he had a heart attack or something while he was there. And the other one, I think at the end of it, he took the demon into him, and he jumped out the window and killed himself.
Right.
You
Well,
never seen The Exorcist?
Yeah, I never saw the end. I never knew he jumped out the window like
Yeah,
that.
he
Wow.
sacrificed himself as soon as he drew the demon into his own body. Woof, while he could out the window and killed himself.
That's right.
What about the little girl? Did she live?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that wasn't done with her.
Yeah, there was Exorcist too.
And 3.
That's right.
Then there was Repossessed. Remember that movie?
Repossessed was good.
Repossessed.
Leslie Nielsen.
Repossessed.
Repossessed. I thought the best.
Was he
fucking-
playing one of his like Frank Drebin parts?
Oh yeah, it was a total parody. It was
that's
totally
probably
good.
pretty funny.
Father May I was his character name. May I?
Father May
They
I.
did a number of Devil
Is that
in a
one of
Blue
the
Dress.
Suckers? Is that one of theirs? Or
I don't recall.
pretty-
Devil with a Blue Dress though was the big number at the end. It was so good.
well, you talk about a guy who
Dress on.
reinvigorated his career.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Agreed. He's a national treasure these days.
He's dead.
Is he?
Oh, he's dead.
Really?
Oh, fuck
Are you sure
yeah.
about that?
He's dead a long time.
Leslie Nielsen.
He's a national treasure. He's still a national treasure. He's just buried treasure.
Son of a bitch. He died 10 years ago.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
where
for
did you-
real.
2010, November 2010.
Wow.
And he wasn't young when he died. I mean, I think I was born in like the 20s.
Are you sure? Yes, I am. Don't call me Shirley. No, I fucked that all up. Eric never saw Airplane. I'm
All
going
right.
to bust him out on the air now.
I think this one's better. I think that was
Jive
funny.
ass turkey.
Barbara Billingsley.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's dead too.
Oh, a lot of people were. Is Stryker still alive?
Was that Robert Stack?
No. Stryker was the guy that flew the plane, who sweated profusely. Robert Stack.
Oh,
was the
I think
Unsolved
he's still
Mysteries guy.
around. Yeah, yeah.
He was in the
Hayes,
tower.
right? Isn't that his name? Hayes?
I don't know. Anywho, let's do a voicemail. I know Canadian Keith said he left a voicemail.
Oh boy. Okay.
So this is Canadian Keith. You may know him from such other films as Canadian Keith on Ice
Oh, yes, Canadian
and
Keith.
Canadian Keith crosses the border with what he's
Stalwart
doing.
listener.
He's also known as Canadian Keith, and Canadian Keith is from California. So without further ado, see if this works. Oh, it's not-
Eucadian Keith.
Oh, you hear that?
That's Keith's.
That's Keith.
That's his idiom.
You gotta have a bigger bong to make bubbles like that. Otherwise, you're getting water in your mouth.
What's up, guys?
Oh
Oh,
Fuck.
boy.
Take it easy,
it's,
Keith. Take it easy.
Canadian Keith,
We know
back
who it
at
is,
it
buddy.
again, calling to leave you guys a voicemail and a couple paranormal type of stories that I have here. So I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, when I was in high school.
Far out.
That's
We
eerie.
would go to the Loveland Bike Trail, which is a super haunted trail. It's known for ghost sightings, and the closest thing we ever saw was one night we were out there. It was like midnight or 11 to midnight, something like that, and we saw this like white, like light kind of like in the distance, and it was out through the woods, and it was coming like in our direction. And it wasn't really like the shape of a person or anything, but it was definitely like some sort of a like object, but it looked just like a white light, and it was getting closer. So it got close enough to where we were scared enough that we were little punk ass kids, and we ran back to our car and got the hell out of there. But
I wish I could pause this and
second time.
actually talk to Keith and ask questions.
I got his phone number.
What's your
I
question?
can call him right now.
No, I just
Yeah,
want
no,
to
I'm
know a
just
little bit
gonna-
more about the light.
It was white.
Well, I get that. I want to know, is it?
Well, they ran, so
in
how's he
theory-
gonna?
Yeah, I know. I just have questions.
They didn't investigate.
I want more context.
What would you
actually
do?
Visiting
Well, I did probably ran my ass off.
Cincinnati, so I was already living out here in California, and I went back and I was staying at my friend
Hold
Matt.
on, Eric's calling Keith.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
All right.
that's better than getting hold of him.
Anyway,
That's
It's a
house.
play on my voice, man.
And I was
Oh,
in
is
the
that
basement
yours?
but you stole it from Seinfeld, and he stole it from somewhere else. So
Yeah,
with
George
his
still
girlfriend
fun.
Rachel and my friend Bill, and we were smoking bowls. And
as you do.
all of a
Carry on.
sudden, the drums, like the drumstick,
Oh,
somehow hit like the snare and the cymbal, but like loud, like with force,
Oh, here he
like
is,
somebody.
hold
It's Domino's. Can you hear me?
No, your shit's broke.
Oh yeah, my shit's. Hello.
Oh well. Keith, we'll call you later.
Actually hit it, right? And the craziest part was that it hit the snare first and then the cymbal. So like there's, and with the amount of force that it had, it's like really doesn't make any sense of how the stick would have hit the snare and then shot up and hit the cymbal like perfectly, and like where would have even fallen from? Like he normally just leaves his sticks right there on a stool. So
Flying
and I
Ghost of
looked
Gene
around to
Krupa.
see if like
Ginger Baker.
something had fallen
John
off
Bonham.
of a shelf and hit it or something too, but there was nothing on the ground. And so I was just like, my friends were kind of like frozen, and I looked around because I was like investigating, like what the hell is going on. And once I realized there's like nothing that made any sense of what would have made that noise, we were like, oh, okay, let's get the hell out of here, and we all ran upstairs. So cut that session short.
yes.
And the only other thing I saw paranormal would be when I was driving out to Ohio University in Athens. So you
Athens,
drive through
correct.
like 3 hours of farmland through middle Ohio on the
Sounds
southern
beautiful.
border. And me and my friend Nick, we were driving out there and we saw a fucking UFO. Like,
Oh.
I don't know what else. I mean, it was unidentified. It was nothing I'd ever seen. It's
Unidentified.
definitely not a fucking airplane.
Nice.
And it had I think it was like red and green lights,
So the airplane
maybe
has.
white
Is-
too. Red,
Oh, it's
green,
Santa.
and white. I don't know.
Is,
But,
is a UFO paranormal? I guess it would be, huh?
It ain't
It's
normal.
not, well, it's not like a ghost, but
Hey,
it's
look,
just
man,
I don't know. Yeah, I guess
We're
so.
gonna get this out of the way right now. UFOs are paranormal.
Okay. All right.
Are they normal?
I don't know about now because the government has
Is docking paranormal?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They've
Nobody knows how it works.
The government's acknowledged that they're real though, so they're not actually paranormal, right?
No, hold on.
We just don't know what they
Now,
are.
hold on.
Armand.
There's a misconception. It's not that they said UFOs are real. Of course, UFOs as a phenomena exist. Now, what the objects are, they can't say are real. That's
Because
just
they're unidentified, Armand. They would say alien spacecraft.
Basically what
if
they're
they
saying
I don't know if that'd be
knew.
paranormal.
shit
though.
happens. We've seen some shit we can't explain.
If an alien flew a
could see
flying
but not
saucer
know.
and landed, and we knew it was all real, and it was, albeit an alien, I don't think it's paranormal. That'd be normal,
yeah,
right?
That's fair.
Well,
Got it?
I
But a
mean,
ghost is
Let me ask-
paranormal.
let me ask you this. I think what we've seen is
That's my point.
the shit they would release that the normal servicemen have seen and they can't identify and they got shitty video of it. This is a perfect fucking thing to throw out there. You know, like, oh yeah, this is what we have. Here you go. They're never letting this go. The stuff that is identified flying object that we
Well,
you know,
that's
is previously
inexplicable.
unidentified.
But paranormal to me means that, like a ghost,
Extra
I mean,
physical,
yeah, there's no
Defying
scientific
physics.
explanation whatsoever for
defying
this.
physics as we know
A
it.
UFO could be explained scientifically if somebody would, say, "Look, we've got the proof. Here it is."
Fucking Vulcan steps out of it, then you got
Yeah,
some proof. you know?
right. So would it still be paranormal though?
I mean, no, I guess not at that point.
Right.
It'd just be biological. Be like an animal. I mean, basically.
But if somebody, I don't know, I guess conversely, if somebody proved that this was a ghost that had actually died and is walking the earth, I
an
guess that's not
apparition like
paranormal
of a
anymore.
human. Of a,
Yeah, well, what we're talking about here, like this phantom drummer,
No, it's still fucking paranormal.
I would think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
triangular shaped, and it
The classic triangular shaped UFO. Saw that first time on Unsolved Mysteries.
Well, like quantum coupling, would that be paranormal?
That's
it's,
doctrine.
it's really
Like
weird.
entanglement, you mean?
Yeah, entanglement. Yeah, that's
that's
really
science, we
weird,
just
but
don't know how it
we can
works.
prove it. Well, is it paranormal?
No, it's
Okay, well, I rest my case.
Spooky
It's a
action-
repeatable-
spooky action at a distance for a
Right,
reason.
that's
you
what it
know,
is.
Spooky.
But they can't explain it. It makes
I-
no
no,
sense
I know.
whatsoever.
There's a lot
Defies
of things we can't
science.
explain, like docking.
Yeah.
What's with you guys and docking?
came
You're the one who does it, not us.
Yeah.
like
Pervert.
kind of like close down towards by the freeway,
Do
and
not.
it was like kind of slightly moving,
Keep denying.
and then it just fucking took the fuck off, like
Fuck off.
This is a
UFO.
UFO we saw.
1,000 miles per hour, fucking shot off. I don't know, till we couldn't see it anymore. So, and we both saw it. So I don't know what the fuck that was. I think I might have even got it was like hovering by the freeway for so long that I actually pulled out my camera, because this is before cell phones had cameras on it, and recorded a quick video of it. Maybe I can find it somewhere too.
Wow. Send it
Post it on
in.
the Discord or something. But anyways, oh shit, 420. That's how long this voicemail is. So I'm taking another.
He's right.
break.
Exactly at 420.
So we should take another hit.
I wish we could.
I wish I lived my life like Keith sometimes.
You know what? Keith lives a good life.
He's got a pretty soft.
I do.
Right, guys.
Keith wants to smoke. He just
Well,
smokes.
there's my paranormal
That's
shit.
California,
I do
dudes.
believe in ghosts or spirits, and I do think there are UFOs. I'm pretty sure there's other life out there. Not necessarily that people are getting abducted, but you never know.
100%
Alright.
agree.
The truth is out there.
Oh,
Team
wow.
Armand.
Hey.
Happy Halloween,
Attaboy, Keith.
motherfuckers.
Happy Halloweener.
You got to be the most asshole-ish person to think that there's not some other life out in the universe in some form or another. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I totally agree.
To think that Earth is the only place that this fucking happened. This phenomena of life.
Oh, life.
It's asinine to
I
think
don't know
that
if
in the
asshole,
size of
insular, right? So parochial.
yeah, an asshole.
I don't like your adjective.
Well, that's fine. You want me to hit a?
Well, that's the question though. Where are they? You know, that isn't whose paradox is that? Fermi's paradox.
yeah, Fermi paradox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are they?
Dude, I don't know. Wish I
Not
could
saying
tell
they're
you.
intelligent. They're just like bacteria or whatever they could be, right?
Well, I mean, the universe
How
is
do
a
you
large
define
place.
life?
The ascension of a civilization
Oh, yeah.
and the declination
I
of
agree.
a
I agree. I mean, there's
civilization.
billions
I mean,
of galaxies with trillions of stars.
Think
of
about
course.
this. It's very.
But
well
is there
possible-
intelligent?
Well,
I
it's
don't
very
know,
well
that's-
possible that the ancient Egyptians and other cultures on this planet were visited. It's entirely possible. Unlikely.
Oh, bullshit.
Well, it might be bullshit, but you know what?
I
Who's to
don't know,
say
maybe.
the ascendancy and the amount of time it takes to traverse the galaxy? What if they got here during this part of our evolution as a civilization, and it was the
I think we've had this
Egyptian time?
discussion. What's your point?
I'm just saying it's good and possible that
Well,
we've been
sure.
visited and we missed out during our scientific age. You know what I mean? The time of good records.
So why haven't
Not
we detected
chiseling
them
in
though,
the
or
stone.
why haven't they? Or you're saying they already have been here? They just left.
Who's to say they put out things
I
that we
don't know. Well,
can't
I'm just-
detect?
Hey, if Enrico Fermi says, I'm going to kind of believe it.
He's a smart guy.
It's a very valid question.
Anyway, you want to read Kayla and Joey's thing?
All right, Kayla and Joey McGee. Hi, hey guys. I assume that's us, huh?
That is.
Hey.
I wanted to share some. What you mean? We wanted to share some of our experiences with you.
Here.
My husband and I. So I guess this is Kayla. My husband and I used to run a paranormal team that has been featured on popular television shows. Did you know that? I didn't know that. They're a paranormal
I-
team on, and publications. So the paranormal
I
is
think I'm
nothing
friends
new to
with
us.
both of them on Facebook.
Okay. I will send some of our most recent experiences, all occurring in 2020. Okay, please do. In 2015, my husband, daughter, and I moved into a home that was built in 1962 by my family. My great-grandparents lived here many years, and once they both passed, it became a rental property. I know of one death for sure, which was my great-grandfather, who passed in his sleep in what is now my daughter's room. She's 7. No, I haven't told her. That's probably a good idea.
Good idea.
Yeah, withhold that. We've
At
had
least
mine
her, till after she moves out of that room.
No, I should wait till she's about
later.
13.
Yeah.
Oh, she can get good and scared.
We've had minor things happen over the years, but we've decided to pay more attention to them lately since we had all been home due to COVID. Oh, yeah. The first big experience involved
Oh,
a
yeah.
drawer from the kitchen. The drawer houses several jars I store for canning purposes. One afternoon, my husband was in the shower. A lot of this shit happens in the shower, apparently.
Oh, this guy was in the shower.
Well, that other story had a shower scene, too. One afternoon, my husband was in the shower. My daughter and I were watching a movie in the living room with the dogs by us. I heard a loud sound come from the kitchen. I went to see what it might be, as did our dogs. The bottom drawer was pulled completely out, laying halfway across the kitchen floor. I went to inspect it and realized whatever had done this had pulled the drawer out with such force it broke/bent the track inside, and pieces of it were also laying on the floor. We decided after this to look into things more. We have done spirit box sessions here and have gotten intelligent responses.
Familiar with the Spirit Box?
No, please
You had one
explain
on
that
there,
one.
Yeah, so a Spirit Box is basically a like a FM radio, a small little transistor radio.
Yeah.
You tune to an off channel, where you just basically get static, and every now and then you hear
Yeah.
something, and you ask questions, and usually in the static you'll hear like your answer. Like like it'll sound like a radio broadcast. Like I'll say, "Who is the worst hostess of Real Talk?"
Everett.
It would be just like no, you can't. I already did the joke, man.
Mine was funnier.
Anyway, no mind.
Okay, now we know what a spirit box is. So she did a session. They've gotten intelligent responses. I guess you could theoretically get stupid responses too. It'd still be
Hey.
kind of paranormal, wouldn't it?
Technically,
Right?
Say,
if they said
we're
something dumb?
paranormal and we give stupid responses
well,
all the
I gotta
time.
posit
dumb.
something real quick. I gotta. So if
So-
people can die and become ghosts,
Yeah.
people with mental retardation, can they die and become ghosts?
That's just going to ask. I mean, what? That's
Now
something else.
look.
You're
We
doing
had a
a
really
really retarded
stupid
ghost?
ghost in our house. You know, we never hear
They're
stories like
special,
that.
those.
He was writing on the kid's blackboard, but it was misspelled stuff.
Hey, 3 + 2 is 5 all day,
yeah.
man.
Well, she got an intelligent
true.
I
response.
know, it's true. That's what I'm saying. She got an intelligent response because she didn't
could be
fucking
a-
email us.
But it could be a dumb response, right? And still be a ghost. It could be a
Could
dumb
be.
ghost. Okay.
Could be
All right,
fucking
let's
with you. Could be a
establish
drunk
that.
ghost. I don't know.
We've had things moved, doors move, lost items suddenly appear in an obvious place, etc. I must add that I also have my pawpaw's ashes on a shelf in my living room. I guess that's her grandfather.
I would assume.
One
ain't her
night,
dad.
using the spirit box, oh, here we go. I asked if he was here. I got a yes answer. I don't always trust the answer, so I asked if it was him. If it was him, what was the nickname he had always had for me? Clear as can be, my nickname came through. Well, what was it?
Well, shit's private, Armand.
KK or something. Who knows?
Wow. Okay.
This is like the Spirit
That'd
Boxes,
be
in my opinion,
interesting. I want to know what
are
the-
the 20th, late 20th century version of the Ouija board. Really?
Yeah.
Think about it. You're just basically asking spirits questions and getting answers.
I
through
can't
a
wait till they get it
medium.
on our phones and there's a ghost app we can
Dude,
get
I
to
looked it
where
up
we
today.
can like get text messages from
So there's an
spirits.
app if you pay $5 a month for. You can basically do magic.
Pardon me.
Well done, Armand.
It's spirit box.
Spirit box. Huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, you
Sign.
basically do the same Spirit Box, and you lay your app down, and it listens in the room. You ask the question, and it gives you the answer.
What?
For $5 a month.
Yeah, well, it's like the ghost in the room has told you the answer.
Oh,
I read-
Like
I was
that, like the magic 8-ball kind
I
of
just
thing.
heard about that today on the internet. Somebody on Reddit had talked about how they'd use one of those and got eerily like correct names and stuff like that out of one of those apps. So, like, I think the story was somebody woke up in the middle of the night, said their bed was violently shaking, but it turned out there was carbon monoxide in the house, and they saved their whole family. Right. So later on, they used this app to fucking ask the spirit, "Is there a spirit here?" Yes, the spirit here. What's your name? Or what is my brother's name? And they said his brother's name. And how did you save him? Bed is what the word they got.
Wow.
And what'd you save him from? Gas. So
There it is.
pretty wild.
I'm sold.
You're sold.
Where do I get this app?
The App Store, $5. Well,
$5.
I tried to find a free one, but I couldn't.
Yeah, get a free one. My life's not worth it.
That's
Okay.
for sure.
Thank you.
Jeez,
The most consistent we get is someone who claims her name is Eve, which I don't exactly believe. She represents herself accurately. Yeah, these ghosts lie all the time. I wouldn't buy that.
I don't need your sarcasm. Let's take what she's saying.
Why would she believe that? I don't know. Why does she think she's lying?
Am I right? I mean, it's
She
kind
claims her
of
name is Eve, which I don't exactly believe.
I'm gonna protect.
Why? Why would she lie about that? I don't. Come on, Kayla, you got to tell
She's
us.
Team Armand. You remember that?
I know. I love her, but why would she lie?
I
Okay.
can't prove that. She might not be.
I don't believe she represents herself accurately.
Well, she had a few
Goddamn
bad
lying
judgment
ghosts.
calls when
Does
she was
anything piss
younger.
you
The
off?
ghost did, is what I'm saying. You know, the
I hate
ghost
ghosts
made
that,
a few
the
mistakes.
only thing worse than that is a ghost that borrows money and doesn't return it. Okay. At first,
Okay.
we believed or a book. At first, we believed she was a little girl based on her voice. Okay. All right. Many times, yeah, thank you, little girl voice. Many times when our daughter will be staying overnight with family, we have heard daddy or mommy that wakes us up from our sleep.
That's creepy.
Yeah. At night, we hear strange knocking and footsteps almost every single night. The strangest came one night when I was dealing with insomnia. Yeah, that's too bad. Have a little warm cocoa before you go to bed, or I can prescribe you some Halcyon. I had been wide awake for about 20 minutes or so and looked over at my husband and noticed something odd. It looked like a small, pale gray/blue hand was moving back and forth slowly over my husband's side. I thought it was him, but looked up and noticed both his hands were under his pillow and he was facing away from me. The very visible hand had fingers facing toward me, where I could even make out details of the nails and joint areas. Ooh, interphalangeal joints. I watched for a second to make sure I was
means
really
big.
seeing something. I went to touch the hand, and it stopped and moved to an upper part of his side. I again went to touch the hand, and as soon as I did, it backed away and was gone. When I asked my husband about it, he said he had never noticed anything, but did have bad, weird dreams that night. That's understandable. Okay. I've communicated with this, quote, Eve, because, yes, we have not decided that's her real name, and other spirits on occasion, and I'm starting to believe she may not be a little girl or human spirit at all. We never feel threatened, but some responses lead me to believe that there are legitimate spirits that are held here by, quote, her. I want to also mention that we do have an old family farm cemetery not far from our property, and we have lost 2 dogs in the
What
past
goes in
2
the ground,
years
is it the same as what comes out?
to old age who are buried on our property. What are you saying?
Pet cemetery.
Oh,
Remember, what goes into the ground is not the same as what comes out, or something. I'm paraphrasing.
It was Herman Munster that said that, though.
really? Fred Gwynn said that?
in the first one. Yeah,
I liked him as a judge in My Cousin
my
Vinny.
cousin Vinny. Yeah.
What's a ute?
Yeah.
As far as the dogs go, we have definitely heard them walking like nails on our hardwood floors. Okay, so these are spirits of the dogs. And other related sounds and feelings, such as jumping on the bed and nothing is here, and nothing is there. Our current dogs have kennels inside they sleep in, and we are able to determine if it was them or one of our beloved pets' spirits. Thanks for reading, guys. We love your show and listen to old episodes almost nightly. We always find something new, interesting, and funny each time. Keep up the awesome content. Oh, team.
Oh, quit
Humility
gushing.
prevents me from saying whose
He's
team
blushing.
she's
He's blushing.
What
over
team
there.
is that, Armand? I didn't see. I'll do it.
on. Team Armand in capitals.
Oh, yeah, Team Armand.
Yes, that means
Like I said, nobody's perfect.
be
so.
sure. Thank you, Kayla.
At least she listens to the show.
I was just interested. I wasn't making fun of her. I was just making.
He
I
was
just
making
wondering
fun.
why she didn't believe that the girl's name was Eve.
Do you guys
Send
have
us
you guys
another
ever had,
email.
like just any weird shit like that, where you've heard steps at night or had anything in your house fall off, just weirdly? Like recently, within the past few months,
No.
I've seriously had shit flying off of shelves in my house. When I'm
My
around.
ex-girlfriend swore
Corona
that
brings
her
out ghosts.
that her radio would come on at night all the time. Her
That's weird.
boombox. But I said, okay, if you really want to make, okay, is it plugged in? She did say it was plugged in.
Unless there's that.
If it was unplugged,
Then we got
I
a
would,
story.
Yeah.
I got a
I never
Snapchat
could-
I could show you. My best friend Jerome called me over, freaking out one night because his TV kept turning on at 3 o'clock in the morning every night. So I told him, it's
was
nothing,
was it
nothing
plugged in?
paranormal. No. I figured it out. He got drunk and thought he set an alarm, but for like to get him up. But he set it for 3 in the morning and didn't. He never even knew that there was a setting for an alarm on the TV. But he
TV.
got drunk, started fucking with the settings to set his alarm for work, and set it reoccurring every single day, 3 a.m.
Fuck by his own technology. But I was gonna say that like I had I keep our cat food in like a canister for cereal. You know, you can open the top, pour it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
cereal. Keep it on top of the fridge so I can easily pour cat food. I was in the kitchen the
For
other day
yourself or for a cat?
for the cats, man. We have two
That would
cats.
have been paranormal. If you were eating.
Anyway, it's got
Okay.
about a third of it full. We're talking probably good 12 ounces or more of fucking cat food in it. I'm across the room, and this thing that's been up on the fridge, I haven't fed the cat since the morning or whatever, comes flying off the top of the fridge and hits the ground and spills.
Really?
Really, I'm not shitting you at all.
And this has been kind of a
This is within a few months ago, and I've had a lot of
there's
little
a pattern
things like
of this. You're
flying
saying.
off of the, like falling off of an area you shouldn't be able to fall off. It's mostly just
Well, I can
that.
see why you're looking for a new house.
Well, it's smaller than shit. We live in a fucking cracker box, but
Hmm.
anyway, that's been going on with me. So
How long has this been going on?
I don't know, a couple months has been. I've
That's
been noticing
all,
this. Yeah, just real recent.
See now, why would it start a couple months ago? Yeah, that's.
I am no fucking spirit guy. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying. I don't know if the house
I'm
were
not even
haunted.
saying
How long have you
He's
lived
in
in
the
this house?
spirit
You know
world.
what? My babysitter swears that our house is haunted too.
Okay, but how long have you been there?
3 years.
And the only last 2 months.
The last few months I've been
Okay,
noticing shit.
whatever.
yeah.
All right. Does that make sense to you? I
You
mean, I guess
scared?
Well, maybe it's like been trying to, if it is a ghost or whatever spirit, it's been trying so far, and we just haven't been paying attention to it, and now it's being a little more
trying to get your attention.
conspicuous. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
conspicuous. That's a good word for it. Yes.
Are you scared?
no, why? Why?
I'm
how many
asking
people have died
if
from
this-
cat food flying off.
Didn't you hear what he said? Didn't you hear what Gabriel said? It could kill you, man. Black hole, a gutter, could kill you,
Yeah, well,
make you feel you were dead.
What if you get trapped in one of the fucking mirrors?
Yeah.
You know?
that'd be crazy,
Think about that.
dude.
Did you ever? Have you seen that movie? Just watch it last night. You put it on.
It's on Netflix or whatever.
Yes, Netflix. The Legend of Hell House. Have you seen that?
No, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. You'd like it.
You still have my password for Netflix, huh? Okay, well, we'll figure that
I
out.
stole
Well,
it.
that'll be done.
Okay, that's that. Yeah.
Should have shut the fuck
goes
up,
my
Armand.
free viewing.
Yeah.
You gonna hear play another voicemail?
Yeah, sure. So we got a couple from somebody named Ghost Fuck Killer.
Ghost fuck killer?
This screams Kevin all over it. I'm just saying.
I think so.
Hey Everett,
Yep.
I got a question for you.
What's up, Kev?
What's your favorite scary movie? I bet it's Scream.
No, I hate that movie.
Scream.
Mine is Scream.
Scream's a good movie.
You really like Scream? I thought it was a horrible
it's
horror
not
movie.
bad.
Wasn't that the one like a 15-minute intro when she's on the phone?
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Too long.
Yeah, that you know what? That was fucking annoying.
Yeah, that
I
was
agree.
way
I agree.
too
You know
long.
what?
I
changed my
mean,
answer.
you
Fuck
lost
that
me right
movie.
there.
Fuck that.
All right,
movie.
out of the big three slashers, which is your favorite? Freddy, Jason, or Michael?
Jason.
Jason all day long. All day long.
Freddy short behind
That's
him.
Halloween,
and then
right?
Michael.
Yeah, I like
No,
it
Jason
best.
was Friday the 13th.
Oh, I
Michael
like the
Myers.
Halloween kid.
Michael Myers with the
Yeah.
Shatner mask.
Yeah.
That's obviously the worst one of the three.
You guys
Obviously.
seen that dad that does that in Illinois? It's like he's fucking goes random spots in his fucking Michael Myers masks and there.
Just stands there or
Is
something?
that a
and the
hockey
whole
goalie
outfit.
mask, or there was a William Shatner mask?
Jason was the hockey goalie.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
God! For as much as you know about movies, and you
I
can't
don't watch
get these
these.
guys
I don't
straight?
like slasher. They're not scary to me. Ghost movies are scary.
Poltergeist?
It wasn't that scary.
See, you're not
The
a parent.
Haunting. The Haunting was scary.
Try being a parent. Like, I've watched that movie since I've been a parent. It's a lot different whenever you're a kid.
That's why
thinking about,
Paranormal
Well, that whole
Activity
movie's-
I noped the fuck out of because whenever they had the kid in the bed.
there's
and
no
I was-
movie. There's no kid in Paranormal Activity.
Well, 2 or 3. There was like a baby in the crib.
Maybe I don't know.
So
about
this,
that. Oh, I think 2. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
so that heightens the
Well, no,
the fear factor if it's a child.
because it's in just one more way. Like, if it's just you who's being fucked with, that's one thing. You could try to you can delude yourself into thinking you can handle anything. But whenever you see your kid is taken off into a paranormal world, and all you can do is hear them through a TV, and you're literally powerless to something nobody has any knowledge of how to deal with.
Well, you know that's weird because
That's
that's a
scary.
Twilight Zone episode.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, the kid apparently was in a wall, and they could hear the kid from the other side of the wall. Have you seen this one?
No, it sounds like a good one though.
It was. I don't
They're
know.
all
They actually
pretty
go
good.
through the wet. I don't remember what they did. They hired a medium or whatever to go through the wall and get the kid.
This house is clean. You remember Tanjiri? Wasn't that her name?
Yeah, that
Zelda
short lady.
Rubinstein. I think was her name.
She's super short.
In Peltergeist, the little
I
short
don't
lady.
That whole
spirits.
wasn't that whole movie supposed to be cursed? They all die.
Yeah, a lot of Heather O'Rourke, the girl that played
Right.
what's her name, died during the making of the third movie, which was a pretty good one. I thought all the
She
Poltergeists were pretty
she
good.
got some kind of infection or something, right? Or
Something like
yeah,
that, yeah.
Something. Well, I think the doctors killed her as usual.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, they misdiagnosed her, I believe, killed her.
Anyway, we got one more from Ghostfuck here.
Let's hear it.
Hey Eric,
Yes.
what's your favorite scary movie? I bet it
Uh,
is also Scream.
It's Scream.
You just disowned that movie.
Scream.
He said it, he's right, I guess, huh? We got another one from a guy named Dark Shadow. So,
I don't know
Barnabas
this guy.
Collins.
You're walking down a street,
oh, it's Kev.
a dark street, all by yourself. There are no streetlights. A dark shadow starts following you. Who is this shadow? What is this shadow?
It's The Shadow.
It gets closer
Lamont
and
Cranston.
closer to you.
Wasn't that a movie with one of the Baldwins, The Shadow?
Yeah, Lamont Cranston.
Yeah, The
The
Shadow.
radio was a radio serial.
You start to pick up your pace.
Nope,
By now, you're practically running.
Practically.
I don't run.
You take a sharp corner down
You're
now.
sweating.
The smell of piss hits you like a brick wall. The
Yeah, that's
shadow's
awful.
getting closer. It finally catches up. Oh my god! You're just fucking high as shit. It was nothing.
Where'd the piss
That
come
happens.
from?
The smell of piss? Probably your
Oh,
own.
the smell of piss. Oh, you're on Bourbon
You ever
Street.
have, this is
in
kind
the
of a
French
side thing.
Quarter.
You ever have weed that smells like cat pee? Like
Yeah,
got that
yeah,
cat
yeah.
pee smell? Like sometimes you get weed that smells like cat pee and it's really weird.
Yeah, but sometimes that shit'll fuck you all the way up.
I don't like
Is
it.
that good shit?
Well, sometimes. You can't judge a weed by its smell or its look.
Yeah, you can.
It's very profound.
I mean,
Everett.
there's got a better chance if it look. You can tell it looks better. You can tell something looks shitty. But sometimes if it looks really, really good, it doesn't still mean.
All right, what do you mean it looks good? What do you check
Nice
for?
and green, lots of crystally, red hair.
You
You
want me to
know?
show you?
No, I don't. Later.
Later, yeah, right. No, you can tell when like the brown swag, it's bullshit brickweed. Sometimes actually can get you good high. All right. Anyway,
Is that what's called? Like bad weed is called what?
swag? Yeah, it's just a term for like.
Because I think bad wine's
Dirt,
called plonk.
poo.
Isn't that
Plonk?
Yeah, plonk. That's
Plonk.
shit. Yeah,
Plunk.
that's
Plunk. No. You want to exhaust the voicemails real quick and play the last one? It's kind of a
Yeah,
long
might
one.
as well.
Yeah, it's kind of a long. It's asshole Mike.
asshole Mike.
Hello, Surreal Talk.
Hello.
Asshole Mike here, calling you
words.
long distance from New Jersey.
Sounds like yeah.
Hey.
Just want to say, Fuck Eric.
Right on.
Fuck you too.
Fuck Everett.
Fuck.
But less so. Team Armand.
But less so.
Thank you.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
And a super fuck to Ocho Man.
All right.
No, I will not
like
stand
him.
for that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will not stand for no
Right on,
fucking
brother.
with the Ocho Man.
Fuck that
You're
guy.
smart, New Jersey.
Team
man.
Armand 2020.
Right on.
Calling about the listener paranormal experiences.
Hit us, buddy.
Yeah, let's
This
have it.
might go over 2 messages. I don't know how long, how much data you
Take your
guys pay
time.
for this little app. It's pretty neat and pretty convenient. So going back to the late 90s when I lived with my first wife
Ooh, that's a horror story right there.
in
Before or
South
after I did.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
We bought this house that was in an old town that was actually developed during the First World War, where they were manufacturing munitions. There's a bunch of old bomb plants and stuff in the woods, ruins and artifacts and things that kids party at. And so the houses are pretty old. The town was built for the workers there. So
Eric and I grew up in a town that was built by the workers.
Can't you put that up there?
You want me to put that on the screen?
Can't read
for you?
it. Yeah, can't read.
All right, hold on, buddy.
I can only see my beautiful face.
Anyway, Eric and I we grew up in a town that was,
What town was this?
we grew up in East Alton. There was an area of East Alton called the Defense Area.
Was that the Olin Brass is there, right? And then
Right. They had built
Call it
this.
the defense area because
It was during the war effort. They had built this area for all the workers that came into town to have cheap housing to work over at Olin, which was only a few blocks away.
Right.
Which makes, as you know, shit tons of bullets
The
and
ammunition.
whatnot.
Hey, they won the war for you.
Didn't they?
Damn right. Make more.
Who, Olin won it for us?
Olin Brass, yeah.
Yeah. Winchester? I don't know why this isn't working, but I'll put it up as soon as I can, Armand. Eric, hit us with the next email.
Wait a minute. What happened to our story?
What story?
the guy was telling a fucking story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You cut him off.
My bad.
We got.
we
some
lived in
music.
this house. It was our first house together. We had a young daughter. It was about 1 at the time, maybe a little older. And my wife would wake up in the middle of the night. I used to stay up real late and play Super Nintendo and smoke pot all the time.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
And my wife would go to bed way before me.
That's a
and,
solid plan.
I'd hear her screaming, and then she'd wake up with these night terrors and these dreams,
those are
and she'd
scary,
always say that it was recurring. And the common theme was it was her and some other young girls. I was about 23; she was maybe about 20 at the time. Her and some other girls would be like tied up and being hurt by somebody, and oftentimes it happened like at a beach setting, and they'd be tied to like poles and things like that. And it was just kind of freaky.
Well, yeah.
We had right outside of our
Yeah, you
master bedroom,
Depends
in
on your
between
point of view.
the master bedroom, my daughter's room, was this small little hallway that had a bathroom. And the mirror to the bathroom, the medicine cabinet, would always be open. It wouldn't open when you were looking at it. And I checked the magnet, everything was lined up. There was no plausible explanation for that mirror to be always open, for that cabinet to be always open. If you stayed in the bathroom, it would stay closed. If you stayed in there and you had it open, it would stay open. But if you were to leave and come back at another time and it was closed when you left, it would be open. So, it's kind of weird, but I didn't really think too much of it. And when my daughter started to talk, she would talk about this man who came and hurt her hiney at night, which was super troubling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
And,
see where that'd be. Yeah.
I used to listen to a lot of Coast to Coast at that time. I worked a midnight shift and smoked pot there too, by the way.
As you should have, of course.
And I used to listen to Art Bell a lot. And I forget who he had
Oh,
on, but it was
yeah.
somebody who was
You listen to Art Bell. You're
involved with poltergeists and
Helps.
ghosts and things like that. And the suggestion was if you were being troubled to kind of challenge the ghost. And so I got
So what?
good and high one day when everyone
Just
was
the
out,
ghost.
and I stood up and screamed
Pugilism.
with anger and hatred at this entity that I believed was in my house and hurting the women in my life. After that, things started to subside, and flash forward a couple years later, when we were moving out, down through the kitchen, down a couple steps was a mud room and a laundry room, and over top of that was a small attic crawl space. And I was moving some things out of there, and there was an old fan back there. And I'm like, well, let me grab that fan. I need that in a new place. And something compelled me to lift up these, it was like plywood down as a floor, and nothing was like nailed down. So something compelled me to lift up these plywood floorboards. And under the floorboards on top of the isolation
Stop right
was
there.
a
I'm gonna
stack of bondage.
Never mind. I was gonna guess. We're all gonna have our guess at what this was there.
Well, let's wind it back a little
I
bit.
already heard it,
Wood
dickhead.
down
Yeah, it's bondage
as
shit.
a floor, and nothing was like nailed down. So something compelled me to lift up these plywood floorboards, and under the floorboards on top of the isolation.
It can't be that old. How long have they had quality bondage shit? You know what I mean? Real leather stuff.
Well, maybe it was,
70s? 80s?
Yeah, but it could have been like, you know, from that stuff's medieval, not necessarily the sexual stuff, but you know,
Was
I guess I'm thinking
stocks and all that stuff.
like
bondage,
mass
nothing about
produced shit.
that.
I don't know, like ball
Like
gags.
ball- yeah, I didn't say that.
I don't know nothing about S&M or nothing really.
a
shackles.
stack of bondage newspapers
Oh,
from about
newspapers.
the 60s and 70s.
Bondage newspaper. Wait a minute. What's that mean?
I'm not
Armand, you were around back then.
What's bondage newspaper? Is that where they put the classifieds for the?
Is it kind of like a magazine, but like a newsletter for
Craigslist.
bondage?
Early Craigslist ads?
Bondage Monthly?
Probably.
Bondage Weekly?
bondage magazines.
That's what you're into.
Well, they're probably
No,
yeah, it's probably that
newspapers.
bondage porn. That's all. You know, they've had that.
But he's talking about, no, he clearly said newspapers. Hold
Oh,
on.
newspapers. I didn't know.
The 60s and 70s. They have a stack of bondage newspapers
Sound like bondage newspapers to me.
from about the 60s and 70s.
I'll agree.
I think they were published in New York City. I ended up giving them to a friend of mine who was kind of into that shit at the time. But it was all about, bondage and tying girls up and hurting girls and things. And I thought that was pretty creepy. And it's something that I never quite got over. So I hope you enjoy the story. Again, Team
Totally.
Armand, fuck Ocho Man.
Ocho Man, but no, not really.
I want to know
like
what he did with
Ocho.
all the shit he found. Did he keep it? Did he get
Maybe
into?
get to his friend.
Did he get into S&M after that? Like it's free. Maybe now you can just go ahead and get into it.
It's not the point. It jibed with his, his wife's night terrors.
Sure.
You're not getting the essence of what the man's saying.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Hence, fuck Everett.
You're probably right. Eric,
Yeah.
hit the next one, will you?
All right, this is from some hussy. No, it said Sarah Hussey, not Hussey, because I think last time she emailed, we said her name Hussey.
I like to say it hussy, but
Maybe it's Hussey.
oh, hey, can I do a couple shout outs real quick? We've had a few requests. for some
Yeah.
shout-outs. So, Rebecca Vasquez's old man, they love the show. Her and her old man love the show.
Sure.
She wanted me to shout out to him. Hi, Aaron. Aaron Todd. He's a firefighter, paramedic during the pandemic.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
he's
He's
been
all
really
kinds
busy.
of dangerous.
All
They
right,
got them
all right,
fires
good luck,
out there.
brother.
Right.
Stay
Another one
safe.
was listener Tina Dyer. Loves the show.
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah.
She's been on the group a lot lately. Wanted
Yeah,
to shout
yeah,
out during the show. So, hey, Tina, how's
Hi,
it going?
Tina.
Anyway, Sarah, Hussey. Who's
Yeah,
he?
Hussey.
Oh, not Hussey.
God damn, Everett.
Sorry, she got fucking.
Hey, guys. Sarah from Fall River just wanted to email you pieces of shits and tells you something
That's fair.
that is a little creepy. When I lived with my mom as a young child, no one was home besides my grandmother who was visiting. She was walking away from the apartment building and heard my voice calling out to her. She knew, this is in capital letters, for a fact, I
Okay,
feel like I
that
need
means it's true.
uncaps, that no one was in the apartment. Creepy. Now, for a few years ago, I stopped by my father's house, and he asked me when I got there. I literally parked my car on the street and then walked into the house. He swears he heard me calling for him from the yard. He thought I was fucking with him. Nothing major, but pretty creepy. Anyway, you can all go fuck yourselves, and yes, I'm Team Eric for life.
Yeah, we may have to.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, what? So that's an interesting. So the actual this ghost or whatever had her voice. I don't think I've heard that one before.
I haven't heard that one either.
Well,
that's a good one.
Ghosts being someone else
Your own
to trick
ghost.
someone into something is not unheard of.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
Spirits, fae, fairies, whatnot.
Yeah,
do that kind of
yeah,
thing,
Might be a script though,
Don't steal
It's
somebody's
been done.
script, man.
It's your
It's
own
been
ghost.
done. Yeah.
Has it?
Fuck. Armand's going to write a fucking movie
Oh,
about
no,
one
I'm
of
just
these
saying, it's
guys'
an interesting-
paranormal
it's an-
stories, and we're all going to
He's
get
gonna
in
get
some
an Oscar.
shit.
No, I'll give royalties.
And then the person's
Sarah,
gonna
you'll
see
get,
the movie
you'll
and
get the
be
first check.
Motherfucker.
You don't get anything.
Written by Armand Kachiki, and it can't be a coincidence.
Additional
Son of a
dialogue by Sarah
bitch.
Hussey.
Yes, you
Fall
pronounced
River.
it correctly.
Yeah.
Wasn't Lizzie Borden from Fall River?
I don't know. She could have been.
You remember every female that emails this show where they're from?
Lizzie Borden's not a listener of the show.
Oh, I'm like,
Never
God
mind.
damn,
Oh,
Armand.
there, look, by the way, Axe Murder House. So wow, that's no coincidence.
I'm skipping that. I want to do one I found on
Lizzie
Reddit.
Borden was from Fall River, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, good for her. You don't take shit too well, Armand.
Do you know who that was, by the way?
Yeah, she killed her family or something like that, right?
Yeah, gave her. Let's see,
don't
Lizzie
remember.
Borden.
Go 2 pages in, and you'll find
gave
it.
her mother 40 whacks when she saw what she'd done. She gave her father 41, something like that.
$40 a wax.
No.
With an axe.
So this is a
Lizzie
story.
Borden took an axe, gave her father 40 whacks. When she'd seen what she had done, she gave her mother 41.
Oh.
You ever heard that?
No,
It's old little.
they probably deserve it.
Joy.
So I found this on Reddit in a comment. This was a comment on another big thread, but it was really
The fuck
fucking.
is Reddit? I don't even know what that is.
Goddamn website, Armand. It's
Okay.
the front
For those
page
of
of
you-
the
I
don't know what
internet.
it is.
Those of you not initiated, it's kind of like a message board. You're familiar with message
All
boards.
right, who cares?
But it's categorized into basically every subcategory you can think of has its own spot on that site.
including silly horror
Optometry.
stories.
And, well, this one here is from Ask Reddit. It's what's the creepiest or most unexplainable thing you've heard?
This is where we got that one, the guy that fucked the ghost.
Probably so. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
I
fucking
remember
crazy
that was a
shit on there.
Reddit thing, and I still didn't know what it was.
Well, this starts out when I was 5. This is from user Bob Pressapre, and it was posted 5 months ago. When I was 5, me and my identical twin sister both caught scarlet fever. We are from America, but my dad's project had us temporarily relocated to India, and we were not used to the water and food there. We both fell into a coma towards the end of the fever. One day I woke up to my mom and aunt screaming and crying, holding my sister because she was unresponsive and not breathing. They were doing chest compressions, CPR, etc., but nothing was working. I was desperately trying to get their attention because I was young and didn't understand what was going on. I went back into my room to go to sleep, but in the corner of the room where my sister's bed was, I saw her lying there breathing fine. I went back out to the living room and realized I was looking at myself in my mom's arms as she tried to revive me. Eventually, I saw my eyes flicker open and then everything went dark. I woke up a few weeks later in the hospital next to my sister and mom, who ended up catching it because of us. My mom told me I had almost died and they were trying to wake me up, but I was unresponsive. So the ambulance took all 3 of us to the end of the ICU. To this day, I'm unsure how I almost witnessed my own death. That's pretty crazy, I thought.
That's interesting.
That one is nuts.
All right.
I got a couple more that are weird if you
Yeah,
want
that
to.
one's-
Oh, fuck my arm.
I thought you'd like this one here, Armand. I work as an adult novelty store manager.
Here we go again. I work with dildos.
With a
That doesn't
theater.
make you a bad person.
Let me start over before I was so
Why am I?
rudely-
Why would I like this
Really?
inordinately?
rudely interrupted.
Jesus Christ.
What you like? You like scary stories,
Like
right?
what sex?
Jeez. Anyway, I work as an adult novelty store manager. Anything else, Armand?
How do I get a job like that?
Put in an application.
All
Jesus,
right.
don't you know how this works?
Right. Fucking
Anyway.
apply
Reddit.
online.
With a theater, so please envision the kind of customers I get.
I
I'm
got a
looking
pretty
at
good
it. I'm looking at
idea.
it.
Yeah. Check me out.
I had this regular who was nice enough, and we always exchanged pleasantries and small talk.
Uh-huh. Exchange pleasantries, huh?
Ooh.
It sounds like this
Like
is
fluids?
One day we said goodbye, and as he went to leave, he stopped dead in his tracks and he came back to the counter. He told me that he ignores it every time, but today he wouldn't let it go, or it wouldn't let him. So naturally, I asked what the hell he is talking about. He proceeds to tell me there's an older black man who is with me 24/7. He sees him every time he's in the store. The older black man just stands next to me, watching me and smiling. At that point, a chill ran up my spine because no one in the store
Yeah, I
back.
assume there was no older black man really there. Okay. This is pretty good, too.
At this point, a chill ran up my spine because no one in the store knows that besides my boss, that I'm half black, and my 65-year-old black father that I was so close with passed in 2014. I said the usual wow and oh my God, so I wouldn't give anything away to see what else he has to say to see if it's legit. The customer proceeds to tell me that the man, my father, is sad about his kids and is not doing what he asked him to do, and one particular child has greatly disappointed him. The man, my father, also wants the customer to tell me how much he loves his wife, even though she's married again. At this point, I have tears in my eyes because how would this man know there's a conflict between me and my siblings because of my dad's death? How would this man know my mother is married again? He kept mentioning that he could feel a strong religious pull with my father. My father was a preacher. He told me a bunch of other things and asked if I was pregnant. I told him no, but apparently my next child will have my father's soul, according to him. My
Wow.
2-year-old son looks like my father and loves his favorite songs. I've never seen that man again.
That's fucked.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird one, too. Huh?
That's a good one.
Your stories are way better than some of the compo I got. Like, fuck, those are good.
Yeah.
Now, where'd you get that one?
Again, this is Reddit.
Oh,
I'm
get
finding-
off that thing, will you?
Get up off of that thing, like James Brown.
Get off that thing.
All right, I got another one here I'll do. So I was definitely atheist pre this shit. Now I have no idea what to believe. Last fall, I had a dream with my deceased grandmother. We were in a casino in Wendover playing blackjack, and she was basically just catching up. She looked young again, was in a very lovely black dress, and Shaw, and we drank and laughed and played, and then she had to go. It was a really vivid, lovely dream. Cut to about a week later at my sister's birthday party. She's talking to one of our cousins about a dream she had a week prior with our deceased grandmother. Detail for detail was the same dream that I had not told anyone about. The difference? Me and my grandma played blackjack. They were playing poker. I still this day have no logical explanation why but it's the strangest feeling I have ever had remembering it.
I don't know. Is that
I don't know. That's pretty weird. Do you think people can have connected dreams? Do you think that's a possibility?
Simulated dreaming reality.
No. Like, do you think two people can have the same dream without any kind of semi-prompt? Like, can we share a dream?
Like exactly?
Exactly.
Oh, you mean sharing a dream? Shared dreams?
Well, no. Let's go start with the first one. Can we have the same dream? You think that's possible? I don't think it is.
Are you talking about with like me as the antagonist or the protagonist and you as the
I don't know. It could be that where we're
Like,
both
what
the
do you
point of
mean in
view.
that sense?
Like, are we both the point of view
Yeah,
character in the dream?
well, like you and I would think it'd be more likely like you and your wife with the same kids.
We're
sitting
seeing the same movie.
I'm saying
inside
like
of
a
our
dream that everybody has. How like Freud can attribute certain dreams to certain things. Like, are you
I'm
talking
saying more
about?
specifically.
You're saying like an
Like this.
individual
Like me and you
dream.
both went to East Alton Shop and Save, walked around aimlessly through all the aisles, only bought one bag of Doritos and a 2 gallons of chocolate milk.
It's more likely we both took Ambien that night.
Yeah, but have the exact same. Do you think anything like that's possible where we could have like?
I think it is.
Anything's fucking possible.
Well, with like
man.
you and your wife, say it might be
Sure,
because
but I'm
if
talking
one
about
your
out of
kids is
context
sick or something.
where
you know,
Eric
you-
and I haven't talked, say, in months, and we have the same dream, and we call each other like, "Hey, man, I had this weird dream."
Sure,
Sure, all right, sure.
just a coincidence. Well,
Remind me of Dennis
It could
in that.
happen. Of course, it could
Hey,
happen.
fuck this guy.
Always sunny.
And what's your thesis that there's something
No,
paranormal
man, I just-
about it?
He's
No,
just
we don't know
promoting
enough
it.
about dreams. Is my point. You know what could go on in dreams? We don't know how we're actually
Look,
connected.
man, I've been saying it for a long time that Inception's a really good fucking movie, and
The
nobody.
movie
wants-
sucks.
I thought it was lousy too.
Man, fuck
It's
you,
boring
fuck
as
you
hell,
guys.
man.
What do you
How
mean?
could you sit through that
What do
thing?
you
Agreed.
mean?
Horrible flick.
I couldn't get through the
Whatever.
first hour.
I'm
I fell
fucking done
asleep.
with you two.
Twice.
You know what? Christopher Nolan's not that great. Throwing it out there.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
well, I don't
his
give a
best
fuck.
work. He's terrible. I thought it was awful. And it's like it's great. Everybody, these screenwriters say it's a great script. And it's
Hello, this
boring
guy
as
over
hell.
here thinks he's a script writer until starts talking about scripts.
Ooh, this one was creepy.
Well,
And
it's
you don't say
boring. It's
shit
terrible.
about the new Star Wars sequel.
It's
You just-
horrible.
You just, oh, okay.
Horrible.
Sure.
Thank you.
I hadn't seen it. Now
All
I've
right.
seen it. It's terrible.
This one was from user Leica on 78. When my daughter was very young, 3 to 4, we were on a family vacation in a state park lodge. Our room had exposed wood ceiling beams to match the decor. Important later. It was supposed to be nap time for my daughter, but she was quietly playing by herself and just chatting away, and the wife and I were reading on the other bed. Out of the blue, my daughter turns to me and asks for a piece of rope. I asked her why she needed the rope, and nonchalantly she replies, "It's for my friend, the purple girl on the ceiling." My wife asks, "What friend?" And my daughter responds, "I've been talking with a little purple girl hanging from the wood up there," points to the ceiling beam, and she asked me for another piece of rope. Needless to say, nap time is over, and we quickly exited the room.
That's it.
That's it. That's the story.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have given her the rope.
Well, no, man.
I'd have given her a gun, but not the rope.
Maybe she wanted to tie like a
What
bag
would you
around
do?
her legs.
Of course,
and
I'm not a
escape
parent.
Shawshank.
Rope.
All right, wait a minute. How about the Axe Murder House?
Let's hear it, buddy.
This is stories from the internet.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Darkest, deepest.
I just made this up.
The Villisca Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa, is a well-known tourist attraction for ghost hunters and horror lovers alike.
Is that true?
Are you trying to put on
Oh,
a
fuck,
voice?
I know. Site of a gruesome, unsolved 1912 murder, in which six children and 2 adults had their skulls completely crushed by
Sounds
the
like our
axe
last family reunion.
of an unknown perpetrator.
Oh,
It
we
was
knew who that
purchased
was.
in 1994, restored to its 1912 condition, and converted into a tourist destination. Oh wow, wow, that's something. It costs $428 a night
No
to
thanks.
stay at the old haunted home, where visitors always report strange paranormal experiences. We got to do a show from there, such as visions of a man with an axe
reading.
roaming the halls, or the faint screams of children.
We got to go to Murder House.
Yeah.
Those screams would be faint. Anyway. But in November of 2014, the haunting took a darker turn.
Dun, dun, dun.
Robert Stephen Larson Jr., 37, of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. You ever drink Rhinelander beer?
God, I don't drink
Used
beer
to be
anymore.
like $3 a case.
Done with it.
Oh, that stuff was crap.
Rhinelander?
Rhinelander.
Never heard of it.
Oh, man.
Rhineland, like German?
Yeah. Rhinelander beer.
Weird.
Cheapest beer. Anyway, was on a regular recreational paranormal visit with friends when true horror struck. Per Vice. What the hell's Vice? V-I-C-E.
Probably like the TV show.
It's the goddamn
HBO
news
TV
outlet.
news,
man.
yeah.
All right. Like Reddit.
No, God.
I don't know.
You are so far away from the pulse. You know what I mean? I'm away from the pulse, and you're like,
in your social media.
I'm on a different
crap.
planet than most people.
Go
You're
read
in
a
different
fucking
solar
book.
system.
Get off the social media.
What are you
can't even
talking
spell
about,
book.
Armand?
I'm talking to our listeners. They're very intelligent.
Vice is a fucking reputable. Well, maybe not reputable.
What does
It's
Vice
a
stand
news
for?
source.
Vice, or is there something the
It's
acronym?
Miami Vice. Don Johnson.
I don't know, dude. You got to watch the show. It's critically
with me.
acclaimed.
His companions found him
Award winner.
stabbed
More
in the
than that
chest,
show.
an apparently self-inflicted wound. Called 911. Wow, what a man! That's a hell of
Yeah,
a
stab yourself in the fucking chest.
stabbed himself in the back.
Artie Lang tried to
Called
cut his own throat.
911, and Larson was brought to a nearby hospital before being helicoptered to Creighton University. That's not a very good medical center.
Chest pecker, yeah.
Medical center in Omaha. Now that's a dark side. Actually, Creighton's not a bad school. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office said Larson suffered the self-inflicted injury at about 12:45 a.m., which is around the same time the 1912 axe murders in the house began. That could be a coincidence. I don't know about that one. Larson recovered from his injuries, but has never spoken publicly about what occurred that day. For Martha Lynn, the owner of the home, the incident was very upsetting. Quote, it's publicity, but it's not exactly the kind of
There's no such
publicity
thing
you
as bad
desire to
publicity.
have.
There's no such thing as bad press.
She doesn't like it, though. She didn't desire. I
Yeah,
don't want
there
people
is.
thinking that when they come to the Villisca Axe Murder House, something's going to happen that's going to make them do something like that.
Yeah.
Unquote.
It's not good for business.
I think it'd be very good for business, isn't it?
It's a
If
pretty
someone
old
thinks-
tale where a
The
house
house
is
remains open for tourists visiting and overnight stays
Yep,
today.
But a tourist stabbed himself in the chest just like 5 years ago. So like that's what we say it's not good for business. If
Yeah, but you
people
know
think
what's
they're
more
gonna come there
harrowing
and
to
stab
me?
myself in
Who
the
thinks
chest.
that? Who would really think that?
Here's more.
The guy that stabbed himself in the chest probably didn't think that either.
That doesn't terrify me. $428 a night. That's terrifying.
That terrifies
I'm
me.
not gonna stay there.
428 a night.
That's
Go
what
fuck
it said.
yourself.
Can you believe that? $428 a night.
I can believe it. I
Give you
paid
a
that
shout out
much.
and
I
give
paid
you
that
a
much
too.
to stay in New York and not a very great hotel
Paid
room.
1,100 for that, didn't it?
In Iowa,
For 2 nights, yeah, it was $1,100. New York City.
Villisca, Iowa, you're gonna pay
Manhattan.
$428 a night.
Smelled good in
Go
there
to the
though.
Motel 6. They'll leave the light on for you.
It's a small fucking room.
We'll leave the light on for you.
That's right. Tom Bodett.
All right, I'm out of stories.
London
Yeah.
Exorcism. How about this one?
Oh, you got another one?
Yeah.
I missed it.
I
I was
got
out the
you
ones I
gave it to
collected.
me.
They see there's the one we were talking about right there.
What?
Oh wait, never mind. This one here. Do that one.
Do it.
London Exorcism was no good.
Do it.
I'm just saying that one's okay.
The death of Eliza Lamb. Eliza Lamb was
Why
last
do I
seen
feel like
on
I've heard of this?
January 31st. He was on Vice. 2013 in the lobby of the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles.
Dun, dun, dun.
She was vacationing through the West Coast, documenting the trip on her blog and checking in with her
Allow my
parents every day. On January 31st, those calls stopped. Lamb had vanished. Soon the police were involved and her parents arrived to help with the search. They had nothing. That February, LAPD released elevator surveillance footage of Lamb before her disappearance. The footage shows Lamb behaving strangely in the elevator, appearing to talk with invisible people, peering around the corner of the door, crouching in the corner, and opening and closing the door. That is strange, isn't it? But what exactly is going on in this video raises more question than answers. Theories range from psychotic episodes to demonic possession to unknown assailants just out of the camera's view. What's this thing here? We got it on YouTube?
That's called a link.
Oh,
A hyperlink.
You gonna
Armand.
post it real
hyperlink.
quick?
I'm getting back to this.
Okay, let's provide that for our listeners.
So you Discording it to me?
Around that time, hotel guests started to report weird things happening with the Cecil Hotel water supply. Now, listen, anybody who lived in L.A. knows there's nothing weird about that. As CNN reports, the shower was awful, said Sabina Baugh, who spent 8 days there during the investigation. 8 days in the shower? What is she talking about? When you turned the tap on, the water was coming black first for 2 seconds,
Well, that's
and then
gross.
it was going back to normal. Black water is normal in L.A. I got
What?
news for you.
No, hold on. Stop. Black water is normal. What do you mean by that?
L.A. water stinks. Nobody drinks that stuff. It's horrible.
But it's been black?
I was
Have you ever
just
seen the
kidding. I
movie
was
Money
kidding.
Pit with Tom
Yeah,
Hanks?
that was great. Now
Look.
that's a funny movie.
That's a good movie.
Best line in that movie is where he goes up and the statues got the little dribble prostate
Phi
trouble.
Beta Kappa.
Prostate trouble. That's funny.
Yeah.
We have weak trees.
No, I don't see it.
I Discorded to you.
2 weeks.
She's supposed to be a really bitch to work with.
Shelley Long?
Yeah, everybody hates working with her. Anyway. But
You know the guy
was
that
a
played
funny
Max
movie.
in that movie who was also in Die Hard?
The link was
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
part in the
that's,
story, so this would have been relevant.
Yeah,
for
he's
them.
great. He died too. He died
He's
young.
dead. Did you know
Yeah,
he
he's
was
dead.
he took
a ballerina.
Asylum? He took asylum.
Yeah, he's a ballerina.
Yeah,
and
it's
he,
pretty crazy. Yeah,
Boris something, right? Boris.
I don't remember his real name, but
He's a great actor. I liked him. Yeah, he was a good villain in Die Hard. But he was
pretty
good.
good.
Remember, he goes, "Paint, don't dapple." That's great.
The way he smoked that cigarette in that movie was
Yeah,
so
he
good.
was really
You want
good.
to talk about? Let's talk about love and sex. Forget about love. Let's just talk about sex.
Because I'm very superficial.
Max was so good. That's such a
Yeah, he was funny. That's him and that 12-year-old kid. his mom
Benny?
cleaned it up
I'll not
after
like
him.
you anymore.
Okay,
Why
you
would
got
somebody
it.
sell a $250,000 house for $150,000?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter, Walter. The point is you get to capitalize on somebody else's misery. Such a good movie.
yeah, it's funny. That is a funny movie.
Anyway, all right, guys. Are we going to do another show sometime
Wait
this
a
year?
minute, we're not
I
done with the
can't yell.
hotel. Wait a minute.
Oh, I thought you finished.
No,
Jesus,
Shower
this
was
is the
awful.
best part. It's twice today. Fuck off.
the tap. Yeah,
My
what is
bad.
with you?
I'm a little.
Something pressing? Pressing engagement?
No.
The tap water, quote, tasted horrible. Well, anybody that's drunk tap water in L.A. knows this.
Yeah, but
Said Sabina Baugh. No,
I didn't
Baugh
even swim
said.
in the fucking ocean in Huntington Beach. Tell you that.
Yeah,
It's
it's good.
gross.
It had a very funny, sweet, disgusting taste. Funny, sweet, disgusting. That's interesting.
Like a mix of
It's a
Kool-Aid.
very strange taste. I can barely describe it, obviously, because you're giving us contradictory adjectives. But for a week, they never complained.
fucking guy.
We never thought anything of it, she said. We thought it was just the way it was here. You're right. That's the way it was. I lived there. On the morning of February 19th, I don't know what this guy has to do with the
Oh
elevator.
my God! Just read the fucking thing.
All right. Oh, sorry. I have to do little embellishments.
No, let's get his commentary.
A total, yeah. Connotations. A hotel employee, this is February 19th now, the morning. A hotel employee climbed to the roof and used a ladder to investigate the hotel's water storage tanks. Uh-oh. That's where authorities found the decomposing naked body of Lamb. Now, that is weird.
That's why the
I like
water
that
tasted bad, fucker.
Ew.
And when you watch the link, you realize that she was fucking acting weird in the
Nah,
elevator.
maybe it wasn't this one, but whose personal items were found nearby. Maybe it was her personal items
Did
and
you
not her
read the
decomposing
sentence
body.
Before
Do
that,
you think she committed suicide or was put in there?
I don't know. You
After
guys
an
suck.
autopsy,
both you guys
well, let's
fucking
see.
suck.
Well, there are more facts here. After an autopsy, her death was labeled accidental. Oh, of course. Misadventure. NBC Los Angeles reported at the
Suicide.
time about the strange circumstances in the hotel's past. Now, get these strange circumstances. The tank has a metal latch that can be opened, but authorities said access to the roof is secured with an alarm and lock. That's
So
strange.
they say.
Crowbar gets through that.
How about the alarm and lock?
Alarm, you don't go a week with a decomposing body. with
That's
the
only
alarm
there
going
in the
off.
sticker just so people don't even try it.
Okay. How about this one?
Probably a workaround though.
How about this one, Mycroft? The single-room occupancy hotel has an unusual history. Night Stalker, who's that?
That's
Richard Ramirez.
Very good.
Yeah.
Richard Ramirez was found guilty of 14 slayings in the 1980s, lived on the 14th floor for several months in 1985. I'll bet that's the 13th floor, literally.
Right, 'cause
Because
they
they
always
probably don't
skip
have the. Yeah, I'll bet it is.
We should do a show on Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, he's interesting.
Yeah.
That's actually out that and the Zodiac Killer.
It's
They never
Joe
found
Dirt's
them,
dad,
right?
No. Joe Dirt's dad was from.
You'd have to really, really watch Joe Dirt a bunch of times to get that joke.
Okay. Well.
Because he got high.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it-
yeah, yeah.
You heard Peter Lorre, the actor?
Yep.
yeah.
Apparently, his daughter
Michael J. Fox's-
was driving around and picked up like a hitchhiker, and it was the Zodiac Killer, apparently.
No shit.
Yeah.
And she told he was going to kill her, but she told him she was Peter Lorre's daughter, and he liked Peter Lorre, so he let her go.
Oh, well, in that case.
Yeah,
Then one time you name drop it and actually get you somewhere. Nowhere in history. People usually get annoyed by
right.
name
Who would
drops.
say, yeah, Peter Lorre?
Peter Lorre?
Who the fuck?
Get
Yeah,
out of here. I was going to kill you.
yeah. He was a big fan.
Lucky for you.
Boy, that is lucky, isn't
Tell
it?
your dad.
You don't say.
Tell your
Gosh,
dad
it's
the
your
Night
lucky
Stalker
day.
said hi.
It's
I've
your
never heard
lucky
of this
day.
guy. Let me know if you get international serial killer Jack Unterweger. You ever heard of him? Never heard of him.
Of course.
Is suspected of murdering 3 prostitutes during the time he lived there in 1991.
That's because
He killed himself in jail in 1994. I wonder if he decomposed in a tank.
No,
anyway,
we-
Jack
we-
Unterweger. Weger.
Winterwecker?
I guess that's a German pronunciation. W is pronounced as a V, right?
Yes.
Unterweger. Unterweger.
Cuntburger. No. Oh, we can't say that.
In 1962, a female
Can we say
occupant
cunt?
jumped out of one of the hotel's windows, killing herself and a pedestrian on whom she landed. Oh, that hurts.
Can you
Now, that would suck.
walking down the road,
Yeah,
get hit by
have
somebody
some
trying to,
tramp land
That's
on
getting
you.
suicided.
somebody's trying to kill themselves, and you just get in the way.
Well, it's like the people who drive into oncoming traffic.
You'd think he'd break or fall, huh?
You know what I mean? It's like those people decide they're going to drive into oncoming traffic and hit another vehicle.
Yeah. What the hell? But you should at least look before you leap, huh?
Yeah. Did you hear about that guy from the law
The
firm?
lawyer? Apparently he had some kind of apparently he's had some sort of sickness. I guess he was terminal.
You know my law firm, Brown and Brown.
Brown and Crouppen, yeah. With the
It was
eye.
it Brown
It
and
was
Crouppen?
Brown and Brown.
Yeah.
The guy with the eye patch, yeah.
444. No, that's Brown and Crouppen.
11th floor, and he hit on the 3rd floor. So I guess there's some kind of.
Still, that's 80-foot plus.
That's
drop.
enough. Yeah,
that'll
that's
kill
plenty.
you.
I think he was sick though.
I think he squirted. Oh, that's.
I think he was incontinent.
Let's just pee.
Well, this is interesting though. Eric, I think I remember this. Also, can you imagine drinking terrible water for a week only to find out
My
there was
thoughts.
a decomposing body in the water supply tank?
No, I can't.
Okay,
imagine
yeah,
that.
that was my thoughts. So that's like
I don't know. There could be.
I
I'd rather have that than E.
italicized
So
it.
coli.
a similar thing, but way less. Is the other day I forget where I was at. Oh, I went and did a job somewhere, right? And I stopped at Walgreens on the way back. And I took my hat off and looked inside my hat, and there was a stink bug in my hat, and it had been in my hat like for an hour and a half. That bummed me out because there was a stink bug in my hat.
No.
makes me see better.
You know what a stink bug is, right? You get those at
Yeah,
your
yeah,
house.
little fucking things.
Yeah.
Fuck those things.
It was in my hat for like an hour plus while I had it on my head.
You want to try my glasses?
No.
Don't stretch them out with your big ass head either. Just kind
I
of look
think
through
they're not
them.
going to fit. So, what was the best story of the
Makes
day?
things
You
smaller.
think? Do we have what was the scariest story?
I would
The
say
Exorcist, when we talked about that,
that's
that's
probably
pretty scary.
Probably the best one, yeah.
That's fictional. We're talking about one of these.
Oh, there's so many. Let me look through here again.
I don't know. I like the first one was not bad, but wait a minute.
Ask the listeners.
The
We're-
twin sister one was pretty cool.
I don't know. I like the one where we talked about the incubus and the succubus.
Ted Cruz is the Zodiac's here killer.
didn't know
Everybody
that?
knows that, man.
That's true.
Ted
Everybody
Cruz.
knows
What do you
that.
got on you? A stink bug?
Let's see what is
What
serial,
a fairy.
Who's your favorite serial killer?
I don't know. He hasn't killed you yet.
Well, yeah, you know, because
Oh man, I like
none.
I like the guy in California,
I like serial
Unruh.
killers.
Paul Unruh.
I like my serial killers that don't get
He
caught.
just woke up one. I don't know if this qualifies.
Mobsters.
This isn't a serial killer. I
Yeah,
guess this is a thrill
pretty
killer.
much.
Because Howard Unruh just woke up one day and started shooting people. Walked down the
Just
the
a
street.
mass murder.
Yeah, I guess you would call him mass murderer. But he just snapped. You know.
Do you call mob guys who kill a lot, like hitmen serial killers?
I don't think so. If you get paid, that's not a senseless crime.
So serial killers has to be senseless.
I think. If there's
Has
no
to follow
profit in it, it's
pattern.
senseless. What do you think?
I still think if you kill a bunch of people, you know your MO is the same every time because they owe money or whatever. You're still serial killing.
It may not be the same MO.
I mean,
May
it may
change
not
his
be
MO.
as cool as leaving fucking insignias at every kill.
Well,
but-
yeah, exactly. It's like Dexter. He was a serial killer. He only killed the people that were bad, right? That was his MO as a serial killer was he killed bad people.
Oh, is that
So,
what
like,
that show was about?
it was,
this
it
guy
was
is-
decent till the end. Yeah.
So they were bad people. Like what?
Dexter killed serial killers and people who killed other people and things like that. Yeah.
Oh.
It was pretty good. At least the first 4
Yeah,
seasons.
but
the fourth
most of
season
these,
was
most of these gangster, button men. That's what we call them.
right. right,
in
that's
the
what we call them.
demi-monde.
Yeah. and the-
Basically, they're not just killing people for the hell of it. They're killing probably other, gangsters and shit.
you said the
rats.
wrong thing.
Yeah,
you
you're a
didn't
rat.
pay the right money.
Yeah, you're gonna rat us out.
Yeah.
Well, that's bad. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a canary. He could sing, but he couldn't fly. That's what they tell you after they throw you out a window.
Tough crowd.
What's this one?
You got another one that we
Oh, that's
missed?
the Scarlet Fever one. I guess that's it, huh?
That was a cool one where the little girl. Oh, that was the twin story where the little girl saw her own
Yeah.
fucking
I like the
resuscitation.
adult novelty store.
I knew you would.
I don't know if that applies to me.
You ever been to adult novelty stores? There's a little Q&A here. You ever been to one of those?
Plenty.
Not lately.
With the theater?
Story time.
Did you ever go into one of the
God, no,
live
you mean
theater?
the
thing
arcade?
that
Theater in the
fucking ruined
round.
Pee Wee Herman's life. You know, I mean, that's the only motherfucker that gets caught. They didn't even have online porn back then, and that's normal shit. People jerking off.
Why
in
do
a
they
movie
call it
theater.
an arcade? You know what I mean? That's what they call like the little theaters, the arcade. I'm going to the arcade.
Fucking play?
a euphemism,
You're gonna
I'd
play a
say.
game, eh?
I guess so. Play the joystick.
So yeah, Pee Wee Herman got
It's a
caught,
race,
right?
and I'm gonna win every time.
So he was in one of those arcades, and he was.
I thought he was in the front row of the theater.
Was he?
No, man, he was in a sex fucking movie
And
theater.
how did he get caught? I mean, somebody
Well,
had to
I
be
mean,
there.
but
if
I'm talking
somebody
about
was
the
like, "Look, there's
booze.
a pervert over there jerking off in the third row. Like, can you get him, please?" Like,
Well, I
it's
mean,
actually
that's
Pee Wee
kinda like
Herman.
eating at a buffet, though, isn't it? I
That's
mean,
what I'm
is
saying.
that out of norm for? Yeah, that's weird.
you can't jerk off at a buffet either.
eating at a buffet.
Well, that's what it's for.
You're going to a
You
porn.
don't wanna
well,
eat at the
you're going
porno
to jerk
shop.
off, I would think.
No, you definitely don't want to eat at the porn place.
Would you eat lunch at a strip club? Like
Yeah.
at a buffet?
Oh,
you know the
Buffet
old
at the strip
saying,
club?
not a buffet.
don't
Freshly
eat where you
made
jerk
burgers,
off.
maybe. Fucking buffet, not so
And we do
much.
have one more. London exorcism. In August 2016 in North London, 26-year-old Kennedy Ife. I guess
Ife.
Is that an L or an I? That's
No,
gotta be
Ife.
Ife. Began acting strangely, and aggressively, following a pain in his throat. Could be strep. Augmentin,
incubus.
500 milligrams, 400. I don't know what the dosage is. He reportedly bit his father. Well, that's strange. Threatened to cut off his own penis. That's strange. And complained of a python or snake inside of him. Boy, we might have a winner here.
Yeah,
Before
boy.
his family restrained him to a bed with cable ties and excessive force.
Look, this was the good one, yeah.
Cable ties and excessive force. I don't think the force is excessive. This kid's nuts.
Neither did they.
As a BBC reported,
The BBC.
the family
the
then set upon
BBC.
attempting to cure Kennedy through restraint and prayer over the next 3 days. The
Aye,
court
it's-
was told.
It's not bad. It's just a little old.
Well, that's right. Old, but that's BBC, right?
yeah.
His brother, Colin Ife, Kennedy Ife and Colin Ife.
Kennedy and Colin.
Why? Like
I think that's pronounced colon.
colon. No, that's your intestines. It's clear that here. Maybe you ought to do this because young. Here,
Because
your
of
British
what?
accent.
Where are we at here?
The italics. Colin Ife.
It's clear that thing was in him. What we believed was a demon because it was not natural. It's clearly trying to kill him, he said. We had to restrain him for himself. It was clear if I didn't restrain him, he would have going to have to try to harm people in our family.
Well, that's clear. Thank you.
No, that wasn't clear.
Kennedy Ife had been bound to his bed for 3 days without medical attention.
My brother was pissed.
When his boy, talk about the treatment being worse than the sickness.
Oh, it gets good.
When his treatment called emergency services, yeah, it's about time, explaining that Kennedy Ife was complaining of dehydration. I guess they didn't feed the poor kid either.
Well, they didn't give him any water either. He's
Well,
trying to kill
sure,
people.
Right. Well, you don't want to give the python any water.
Well, you don't want-
You
yeah.
got to kill the python first. He
You're
appeared to have
giving a
developed
kid
breathing
Mountain Dew.
issues
Fuck that.
and is pronounced dead at 10:17 a.m.
Hey, they're
now,
like,
now
all
I
the family members are,
so the spirit of the python killed him.
With the, like,
Okay.
why'd you kill yourself?
Yeah, I think it was COVID. As the Independent reported, while police were at the house, Colin Ife allegedly carried out an attempted resurrection by chanting and praying for Mr.
That's
Ife.
his brother.
An attempted resurrection.
Attempted. It doesn't
So
mean it
still
didn't
got him-
work.
they still got him strapped down. And,
That means it didn't work.
yeah. All 7 of Kennedy Ife's family members were accused of manslaughter, false imprisonment, and causing or allowing the death of a vulnerable adult. A post-mortem examination revealed over 60 wounds,
Jesus.
including a possible bite on Kennedy Ife's body.
He was getting out of
they're
control.
They're innocent.
You do whatever you can. You know what I
And his
mean?
father, Kenneth Ife, along with 4 of his brothers, sustained injuries as well. The BBC reported Kenneth Ife told jurors he ordered his sons to take shifts and use, quote, overwhelming force, but denied that an association with cults and secret societies played any part in the death. There you go. After 4-day jury deliberation, what do you think the jury did?
I already know.
Oh, you did? You read it? What do you think?
Fucking put it in.
Not guilty.
Right. All 7 members were cleared of charges
That's what I would say.
on
Not
March
guilty.
14th, 2019. Well,
Well, that just goes to
I'm sure
show
they
you.
threw the attending physician
if
in
you
jail.
have a brother and he's acting a little fucking crazy, tie him down. Don't give him any water. Eventually kill him, and then just tell everyone he was fucking nuts and
I'll do that.
had a demon inside him.
Well, if he's trying to cut off his own penis, I think you have to take some.
Well,
He's
look.
probably better off dead.
Complained of a
Yeah.
python.
Cutting off his own dick. I
Thanks.
mean,
Well, yeah, but
Python or
that,
snake.
hey, if I cut off my own dick, I'm better off dead. Kill me.
what if
You don't-
your
come
dick
on,
gets
you don't
cut
use-
off through none of your own fault?
You don't
Car
use your
wreck.
dick that
Your
much.
dick gets
Check with me
immediately
first.
removed.
Check with me
You want me
first.
to just come over and shoot you?
Check with me first. But yeah, probably.
Mom calls out, I ever lost his ding ding in a car wreck.
All right.
On the way, Mom. Got it.
I wonder what Cecil says about
Regulators.
treatment for ingrown pythons. Man, with cable ties and excessive force.
It sounds sexy.
I can just see these guys tying this guy down. Yeah,
There I was, cable tied to her bed.
with excessive force.
Let me tell you what, if
the
you guys
only
ever
kind of
get the
force to
chance to
use.
get the cable tie and force treatment, I recommend it, bud. Don't ever
Got that
pass
out of a
that
bondage
shit up.
newspaper.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, somebody tell us what a bondage newspaper is. We still don't know.
Yeah, if you know what a bondage
Goddamn
newspaper is.
early porno, like a magazine, like a news.
Okay, a magazine I can see, but a newspaper?
If you have
A
an
tabloid?
example of
Ooh
one.
la la.
Yes, please.
Ooh la la.
Not ooh la la. That was not that.
It was Ooh La La from Back to the Future.
That was a good story. I like that one. They killed the guy.
You can't even read. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us
And they
again
were
today.
found innocent.
I hope we do a show here soon. Can't.
What the hell was
So-
this?
Again, another show. It's been like 6 weeks since we did a show.
Oh.
Wait, what
We
did we
ca-
just say? Richard Ramirez, Night Stalker.
We should do a Richard. I said we should. Not say we were.
Now, what's so interesting about
Dude,
Richard Ramirez? He seems like
Can
a
I be
typical
cryptic?
rug.
Can I be cryptic real quick?
You guys dick out?
There's a lot of shit going on around this office. We can't talk about. It has a lot to do with the election.
Can't talk about.
Can't
we
talk about.
It's rough for her to do a show right now.
It's hard to get in here to do a show. It's not the safest place in the
Can
world.
we do a
to be.
prediction about the election?
No.
Would that be?
You
No.
think Trump's going to win?
I
think
don't know
Trump's
about
probably
that.
going to win.
I think if I had to pick, I think Trump's going to win.
We know that, Armand. You have a bet.
That doesn't mean
Hey guys, guess what?
that
I think
was 8
water's
months
wet.
ago.
I'm
Guard,
pretty sure
guess
water's
what?
wet.
Armand's voting for Trump, and he's rooting for him too, and he thinks he's going to win.
Duh.
Well, who do you think?
You and every other Trump are the fucking face of the planet.
No, I think a lot of Trump people are worried.
Really?
I
I
don't
think
think
a
they're
lot-
that
I think
sure. I'm
everybody's
not
worried.
sure either. I think it's like 60-40, 58-42 Trump. What do you think? You think Biden's going to win?
I hope he
I'm just
fucking wins.
asking.
I hope more than anything in the world Biden wins.
Wow, I didn't know
selfishly.
you're that big a fan.
I'm selfish. It'd be good for me.
Okay.
Just saying.
So you're
That's
voting
true.
with your pocketbook, basically.
always.
Okay. Well, that makes sense to me. I don't have a problem with that. What
do
about
I,
you?
Do I have any clue what any of their policies are? No. No.
Do you even? I didn't think you even voted.
I have to vote. My wife makes me. Anyway,
You vote every time or just this time?
I've not missed voting since I can vote.
No kidding.
Every time I've been
I
grudgingly
didn't know he
gone.
voted. Did you know that?
I voted every single time. Every single time.
Like and like off your elections too? Like for
oh no
Congress?
no.
or-
Slow down. Only
Every
presidential.
presidential election.
Slow down. I walk my happy ass over to my polling location or the courthouse and vote there.
Okay. So you voted for Obama.
I haven't
right?
voted yet. I voted for Obama
Okay. Twice.
twice. I voted for Hillary.
You voted for
You
Hillary.
voted for
Okay.
change in 08
How about
and again in
Gore?
16.
I've
Did you
never
vote for
voted,
Gore?
I've never voted Republican.
Okay, so you
So
voted
there
for
you go.
Gore.
Yes, I voted for Gore.
Okay. How about you?
I voted for Dukakis in '88.
That's my fucking
You're that
business,
old? You
Armand.
could vote in '88?
I was fucking 7 years old. Kidding.
I fucked up. I voted for Bush. Ugh.
I remember when
I
you
admit
voted
it
for
was a mistake,
Dukakis.
but
I was
I
there.
would never vote for Dukakis. He was an idiot.
I was just a little too young, but he voted.
I voted in my school election. Dukakis won, actually. I was in second grade.
He
I remember
would.
that.
What a bunch of dumbass kids at your school.
Hey, listen. The older Bush was,
I was there.
He was no prize.
It's Illinois. What do you think? Even back then, Blues winning.
The Blues?
DMOs, Democrats.
Oh, those Blues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Well, guys-
prediction? Do you have any prediction?
On what?
On the election.
It's pretty close, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to be a
Dude,
a
I'm just ready for
blowout.
it to be fucking over.
There you go.
I agree with that.
Can we
How
get
long
some
do you think-
I just want some regular ads on YouTube that aren't
But-
about the fucking election.
Oh, let me ask you this: do you think we'll know who won on next
That's the
Tuesday
thing. How
night?
long is it going to take?
That's why. There you go.
A blowout
Either way.
basically is the only way we know. You know what I mean? If it's an obvious blowout, that's
Right.
the only
Either way.
Do you think Trump ever, under any circumstances, gives a concession?
Sure. If it's a blowout, if he's a
course.
sure it
No.
is. Grudge. He has to.
No.
What is he going to do instead? You think he's going to lock himself in the White
No,
House?
he'll just quietly
Big
accept the
old
results.
fucking
He's not going to
fit.
be like, okay, I lost, or give the concession call to Biden. He'll never call Biden with a concession call. Come on.
Why wouldn't he?
Well, you didn't say anything about calling Biden. You said
Why wouldn't he?
He'd come out and say,
Why
"I
do you think
lost."
he would? This is the guy who said if he loses, he's not giving up power. He said that many a
Oh,
times.
come on.
Come
Man, I don't
on,
think that's gonna
Armand.
happen.
Don't you goddamn sheep.
Would you be okay if he didn't?
It depends. If
Fuck the Constitution.
Fuck that Constitution.
well, if he thought it was unfair and he's lawyering up and everything,
He's
there's no
probably
problem.
right then. If he thought it was unfair.
yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I lost and they wanted to remove me. That's not fair.
That's
My-
all I'm going to say.
That's
Trump knows
good
best,
coming
guys.
from the guy that voted for Al Gore.
My
that
seventh
guy,
grader
that
has the
guy
same
was.
logic.
They had to drag him screaming away.
Sissy had it first and
mad
I
'cause
won it now. That's not fair.
You're just mad because Al Gore was right about global warming.
That's right. Yeah, I wish I had his scientific acumen. By the way, did you see that? Who put the thing up on Facebook about the Greta Thunberg movie?
God knows, but that's funny.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah,
I got to watch that. She's my idol.
something like that.
How dare you?
I hate her.
How dare you?
How dare you? All right, y'all, we got to get out of here. We'll catch y'all
I
next
don't have
time.
anywhere to go. Stick around.
Thanks. We'll leave you on the
How dare you?
Until then,
You
check us
still-
out at
wait a minute. You still haven't told me why the Richard Ramirez story would be. Why is he? The
We never talked about it. It's an interesting story. The whole night
think?
soccer. It'd be an interesting show, wouldn't it?
who's the guy in Florida? I think he's more interesting.
How dare you?
The good-looking guy.
Eric Hicks. That's his name.
Not
We
him.
killed people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was you.
You're a
huh?
lady killer. We know. No, who's the guy? I don't know. Oh, come on.
I can't off the top of my head, man. Sorry. I'm a piece of shit.
Well,
What
I
do you
should
want
know it too. But
Oh, this is why they only listen to 75% of the podcast.
And that's why they're all Team Armand. Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll catch
all right, go out and vote.
check us out on all our
Yeah, do
social.
it. Vote it.
Strokepodcast.com, and we'll see you at the polls.
Vote with your heart and your reproductive organs.
Vote with wherever the fuck you want to vote. I mean, that's the democratic process. If Trump wins, don't whine about it. If Biden
Too
wins,
bad
don't
we're a
whine about
republic.
it, okay?
Yeah, but what if you voted for the other guy and he still loses? Can you
doesn't
whine?
matter.
No, there's no whining in baseball,
Oh.
okay? Or the election. And once
Can
it's
you
over,
whi-
accept it and
Wait a
move
minute,
on.
you can't whine?
Well, you're implying you can
No,
only
because-
not whine. You can only whine if you voted.
No, you can only whine if you voted for the guy. He wins and then does a shit fucking
You
job.
can't whine anyway.
Then you
Nobody
can
whines.
whine.
I don't think you whine anyway.
No whining.
No, you get to be critical of someone.
No.
Oh, yeah, no critical's a thing.
No.
Nope.
Just shut
Fuck
your
you.
mouth. Shut your
All right.
All right, we'll catch you guys next
No,
time.
I haven't
Next
reached
time.
500. Damn it.
500
All right, done recording. Thanks, guys, for showing up today. All
Joke
you,
off strokes in per session.
YouTubers, Twitchers, Facebookers. Have a few.
We
Reddit
call them
people.
hookers.
What hookers?
Vice.
Vice, BBC.
At the BBC, Big Black, what?
All right.
Well, right around with Shaggy. Where you going, Armand? It's Thursday noon. Armand's on the road. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Going to DuCoin to
So
drop, a big load.
Lizzo.
I just got back from there.
Tonga's waiting to give him a bath.
That was a terrible. That other guy that set the one in, that was funny.
Yeah, well, Ultraman's was pretty good, too. What's your problem with Ultraman? You know, from now on, by the way, I've decided your name is Jerk Kevorkian. Not Jack, Jerk Kevorkian.
Yeah?
Yep, that's it.
Bust my balls when I'm not around. Why shouldn't I bust his?
That's fair. You totally have that right. Anyway.
I can say.
All right, guys.
Bundy, that's who we're talking
Thanks for showing up. We'll